I don't think we've ever posted an episode like this. It's going to be very different. This is a standalone episode on just Mackenzie Shirilla and Dominic Russo's 30,000 pages of text messages detailing their relationship from 2020 all the way up until July 31st, 2022, when Mackenzie kills Dom and Davion in a car crash. A lot of people, including the courts, believe that Mackenzie killed Dom and Davion because she had a hostile relationship with Dom. She felt like he was going to break up with her soon, so she, in a fit of rage, anger, whatever intensified emotion she felt in that car, she crashes the car straight into the building. Mackenzie and her parents, they deny that this is what happened. In fact, they go as far to allege that Mackenzie and Dom's relationship wasn't perfect, sure, but it wasn't that bad. Mackenzie's dad, Steve, says,
toxic has been thrown around a lot. I didn't see the toxic relationship that everybody's saying, oh, it's toxic. This is a toxic relationship. And they argued. I argued with my wife.
You know, everybody argues, okay? From what I knew, it wasn't toxic. They argued, they broke up. He's over the next day with flowers and candy and a stuffed animal. I mean, it was like every couple of months something would happen. And my wife was helping them try to fix their relationship, and they were never breaking up. Anybody who is saying that is lying. And I don't care if it's hurtful. They were not breaking up. They may break up, but they were getting right back together. Again, they were not breaking up. For anyone who says they were breaking up, it is a lie, a baseless lie, a narrative from the prosecution. But who's telling the truth here? Because of that, naturally, people want to analyze their text messages. I've seen people try to use AI to try to scan through these 30,000 pages, or they'll pick out a few messages here and there. And hopefully this episode feels like a bit more exhaustive as we went through all 30,000 pages, like human. This was just us sitting there on the dining room table for like hours on end, days on end. This is a chronological recounting of their fights in the messages. It's not going to be in the usual RM fashion where we try to go through all these different sources and compile a comprehensive overview of an event. I'm literally just going to walk you through what I read in the messages. It's going to be frustrating, infuriating, and exhausting. I'm just going to give you a heads up right now. Like, I lost my mind in those messages. The amount of fights they got into that doesn't even make sense. I'm just going to give you an example of like how frustrating it's going to be. Dom buys a pair of $300 shorts for Mackenzie. Is she grateful? No, she's not, because she had to order it herself. He gave her the money. She ordered it on her card, but he sent her the money. So like he paid for it. Okay. All she did was like put in the address and stuff. But she's like, no, you didn't buy me the shorts. He's really confused because like, what do you mean? You know, I mean, saying, what do you mean? And she says, I'm saying buying it off my card makes me buying it. I still have to go through with the stress of buying it and checking it out. It stresses me out doing that. If you put in all the information on your phone, that would be you buying it for me.
Did she ask for the shorts?
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, go ahead. Here's the money.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he's confused. I think if I paid for it, I got it for you, period. She argues, today I bought the outfit with your money. You did not buy me anything. I bought it for myself with your money, which I thank you for letting me use your money to buy. He's so confused, he circles back to the first comment and says, wait, you have stress ordering the clothes, but I don't have stress making money? You could have said no to buying it. How many times do I have to tell you this? I would not have cared. He's so lost. You don't think $300 is more stressful than ordering it? See, you're turning this into another fight right here, and I'm not doing this. Dom expresses, I feel unappreciated. Are we working this out or not? Have you been reading anything I said? I said thank you for buying it like a million times like I always do, question mark, question mark, question mark. Which, by the way, she didn't really ever say thank you. She just tells him, you feel unappreciated and I feel unheard. I guess things don't ever change. So it's going to be a lot of those types of moments, and moments like this where 2 weeks before the crash, Mackenzie texts Dom, I don't need to beg for your attention. Millions of people on the internet would give me attention in a heartbeat. Let's get into the text messages between Mackenzie and Dom. Today's case involves mentions of illicit drug usage, reckless driving, self-exit, domestic violence, and trafficking. Quotes or statements may be condensed for brevity, especially in today's case. I do want to mention kind of our process in picking out what messages we were going to highlight for today's episode, just for the sake of transparency. Obviously, we couldn't sit here and just read through like 90,603 text messages, which if you live in the US, you can actually get the messages yourself through an FOIA request. In fact, I think if you're a little bit resourceful, you could easily find a copy online somewhere. But nevertheless, we went back and forth on which parts to highlight in this episode. On one hand, we wanted this episode to be A very thorough look into the progression of their relationship. Honestly, to me, and this is my opinion, the messages from Mackenzie feel abusive. The way she's able to manipulate the conversation, twist Dom's words, and suffocate him to the point of having him submit to her crazy demands. It's reminiscent to me of an abusive relationship, the way she just progresses for 2.5 years of messages that we see. In the beginning, she starts off much more reasonable before getting more and more controlling near the end. And it's like the way she progresses feels so subtle. It feels just like a tiny bit more controlling, fight by fight, month by month. And then by the end, it's like, it's the most suffocating feeling. It was incredibly informative in a sense to see how that happens through these messages, which is why we think these messages are important to highlight. But we also wanted to be pretty mindful that there are two people in this relationship, and one of them was killed by the other. One of them is not here to explain, defend their comments, text, or actions because he, Dom, was killed. We have seen some discourse online of some stating that after reading a bit of Dom's messages, they felt he was toxic in the relationship as well, or they didn't like how he spoke to Mackenzie or in general, which normally I do think these are really, really good points to highlight. But in this case, I think it would be highly unproductive, if not victim blaming to a degree, for that to be the main takeaway from reading these messages, because there is absolutely nothing that Dom could have said or done that would warrant or excuse him being killed by Mackenzie. Nothing. This episode is obviously going to include both sides of the text messages, but we're going to be focusing on Mackenzie Sharilla's words and behavior because those are the likely elements tied to her criminal charges and the judge's findings of intent. Mackenzie Sharilla was convicted of murder. Mackenzie Sharilla was on trial. There will be times throughout the episode where in a fight, Dom may say something to Mackenzie that isn't particularly the nicest thing that someone could say, or sometimes he shouldn't have said certain things at all, but we're not going to comment on those moments because while we may not agree with the words said, Dom is not on trial for anything. Mackenzie was, because he was killed by Mackenzie Sharilla. There will be no discussions in this episode of maybe he shouldn't have said that, or like, well, he definitely shouldn't have said that, or maybe that wasn't very nice of him, because again, there is nothing in these messages that would warrant or excuse Mackenzie Sharilla of driving her car at 100 miles per hour straight into a brick building, killing Dominic Russo and Davian Flanagan. Nothing. So with that in mind, let's get started. The messages start from January of 2020 all the way to July 2022, and there is a lot. I tried to summarize where I could, but a lot of it, you really only get the essence when you feel how exhausting she is, and it's really hard to summarize that feeling. They constantly, in the beginning, call each other Bebs, like B-E-B-S, just nonstop. I was losing my mind over the Bebs. And while Mackenzie continues to breathe life into the concept of immaturity and irrationality, in the beginning, it is a lot less frustrating. She just seems very young and dumb. But over time, that morphs into young, dumb, and highly suffocating and manipulative. But in the beginning, she kind of seems normal. She gets very upset over small things and then fights with Dom. She gets stressed when he doesn't show her affection or when he wants to break up. The messages are almost relatable to some degree until they're not relatable anymore. Mackenzie is frequently texting Dom things like, "Why do you have to get mad when I just want to be around you?" Frowny face. And like, we're very familiar with Mackenzie's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 attitude. Remember how she always does a countdown?
Countdown,
yeah. She's like, answer me now, 5, 4, and she's just like spamming nonstop. Okay, answer me right now. But early in 2020, in the beginning of their relationship, Mackenzie doesn't really do stuff like that. She just goes, answer, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. And she's asking Dom if she can come over. And like normally near the end in 2022, this is a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 fight, okay? But instead she's like, just let me come, Dom. Just let me, I'm literally begging you. I'm supposed to not have stress. This is just making it worse, please. Dom responds, of course, you just put it on me. She begs him, please don't do this to me. I'm not even trying to argue with you. I'll literally just sit in your room if you want me to. She just wants to come over. Other times, Dom is not responding. Mackenzie is texting more normally, like, Beb, Dom, answer, Dom, question mark, answer, please. Are you going to do me like this? Question mark. It does seem like Mackenzie in the beginning is very clingy, and it appears like she probably likes Dom more than he likes her, is the feeling. In one message, she's texting him, I don't want to fucking chill with Carl, then you're just going to get weird when I try to sit by you, and I'm not dealing with that shit tonight. Other messages, she's saying things like, I'm sorry for pissing you off. Can I come over soon, or are you working out soon? Some reason I keep waking up and thinking you're next to me. When you're up, just text me, please, because I want to come over ASAP. I want to have a fun day. Please let me come as soon as you wake up. You up? Babe, can you answer my text or call? We still do see glimpses of her losing her patience, and it is bad, but it's like nothing compared to how bad it's going to get. This is like a walk in the park, if you will. She'll text him things like, are you working out or something? Can you at least tell me so I can come? I'm getting anxiety. I hate waiting for you to text me back. It takes so long. Please answer, Dom. Okay, I've been waiting since like 9 a.m. Can you please just fucking answer the phone? Okay, I'm just going to wait for you guys anyway, so whenever you answer, I'm coming over. This shit is worrying me. Please answer. Dom's responses are definitely on the drier side, and Mackenzie will keep pleading with him. I want daytime with you. I don't want to be laying around. I want to do shit with you, please. I feel like you hate me on the weekends. Please just reply fast, Dom. This is making me sad. Babe, please, I miss you. I want to be around you. Please let me come before 4. Then I don't want to come. Please text back. Dom, answer me so I can come over at 3:10. Please, it would mean everything if you let me come over soon. I miss you and I want daytime with you. Please let me. Babe, please answer. I'm ready to leave. You just need to say I can come at 3:10. He just responds, come at 4.
So she texts like 10 texts and then he will respond.
Yeah.
Is that usually? Okay.
But I mean, to be fair, I think she just like loves spamming people because these 10 text messages are happening in the span of like a minute.
Yeah.
So
My
it's
reading
not...
is always she gets what she wanted always. It's not a natural like, well, you don't instantly get everything you ask for. You don't get warm milk at 3 a.m. when you feel like it. It's just not normal. It's weird.
It gets weirder because she starts attributing it to anxiety. So when he doesn't respond within 2 minutes, she's not getting what she wants. And she keeps saying, you're giving me anxiety. But it's like, no, that's not anxiety. That's just the feeling of not getting what you want all the time.
Yeah.
It's very strange. So he responds, come at 4. Okay, that's fine, please. Don't switch up on me on the time. I'll be there at 4. Thank you. She's almost like thanking him for letting her come over. He's like, to be honest, I don't want you to come then. Because he's like, now you're just like doing a lot, okay? Yeah. And she's like, Dom, please don't do this to me. You're getting my hopes up and letting me down. Please just let me come over. 4:30. I didn't do anything and you're punishing me for nothing and it makes me feel like I'm nothing. Please just 4. Meet me in the middle. I asked for 3. It would make me so happy. Please, please. I have work early tomorrow and I want daytime with you. Please, please do this for me. He responds, I want to watch football with my bros. I'll watch it too. Please. 4. Dom, I'm begging you. Dom mentions how Mackenzie previously stated that she's done trying. So he hits back with, no, we're not trying no more, remember? And for real, I never be chilling with Mike. Who's Mike? I'm trying. I always try because I care about you. Why can't you do the little things that I'm asking for? I'm asking for pretty much nothing. I just want to come over and spend time with you. The two of them start talking about what to eat for dinner, and it appears, in the beginning at least, the main issue is that Dom wants a lot of space in the relationship. He seems to value alone time, free time, alone time with his friends. He likes time to regroup, is kind of what he insinuates, but Mackenzie wants to be around him a lot more than he can handle. So it's a lot of back and forth about space, spending time together. And judging by the initial text messages, it seems like they are not necessarily a great match. But maybe it works because in the beginning, at least, they're both accommodating to some degree. Like they can just get over this whole like 4 o'clock, 4:30 o'clock by just talking about what they want for dinner and the relationship moves on. It's not necessarily the case later on. Like they don't move on ever. Another argument seems to come from Dom saying that he's going to get some work done. Mackenzie follows him. This is what I like deduce from the text messages, okay? Because like things are happening in real life and then they love to fight in text even when they're in the same house. Even when they're in the same car, even when they're in the same house, it's very strange.
They're texting?
Yeah, they're texting and fighting.
Okay.
So Mackenzie, I think, follows him to wherever he's trying to get work done. And they get into a fight. And then Mackenzie texts him, I thought we would do our work together. Like, I don't see why I can't come out and do my work with you. He says, remember, Kenzie, I have no tolerance now. You used it all up. Me? Wow. And it shouldn't be too much to ask to just work on my computer alone. You didn't say alone. You said, I'm going to do my work, so I thought I would come do mine too. I'm not arguing about this now. I'm not going to get anything done. You don't have to just make me feel like I'm nothing every fucking time you get mad. Don't just be like, oh, Kenzie, I want to work alone. I haven't gotten anything done since Monday, and you were asking me every 2 minutes to go to my room. She's like, just do your work. He says, screw you. Stop getting mad over little shit for real. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, when I've been doing nothing. Whatever, go do your fucking work. Stop being mean to me. Maybe if we didn't have to hang out every day, I wouldn't get so mad at you. Maybe if I just got a little space, we wouldn't have to deal with these problems. Then ask for space. All you have to do, like, it's not my fucking fault. You can just ask me. Like, don't put everything on me. Fucking do your work. I'm so mad right now. Okay, I will say an objective note here. I do think that the way both of them communicate is probably not great, but they're also very young, and I'm not entirely sure at this point if either of them do or say anything that's out of the ordinary for a teenage relationship. But a few things to note. In previous messages, Dom does ask for space a lot. And Mackenzie doesn't like to give him the space he asks for. Maybe it's like an introvert, extrovert dating. One party needs space, the other one wants to be around the other. Maybe youth adds to the way they communicate. But when Mackenzie is saying things like, when you need space, just ask for it, this is not really like true. He asks a lot. So he responds, okay, I want some space for the next 3 days. She responds, capital N word, 3 days, question mark, question mark. It should be 3 months. The conversation seems to die down. They make up and they go back to talking about what they want to eat for lunch. But they do come back to the topic where Mackenzie senses Dom is very upset and she asks, did I do something? Sorry if I did, question mark, question mark. He's like, not even worth trying to talk about it. Just don't worry about it. Well, I don't want to be mad. Like, I want to fix whatever I did.
So did he get the 3 days or they just moved on the same day?
They just move on the same day. Oh, okay. He does not get the 3 days. Mm-hmm. And so he's like, it's the same thing that we've been over a million times, but still will never happen. She's like, space? You can ask for space, babe. Anytime I told you that too. No, it doesn't work. Yes, it does. You can just ask. And you said, I can come over. I wouldn't have come if you needed space. Okay, sure. We'll try that. Don't come over after school or tomorrow morning before. To which she kind of proves his point by asking him then, so like they're still in the same house together. So then she's like, okay, you want space? I'll give you space. I won't come over tomorrow morning before school and I won't come over after. But then she's like, hold on, can you hang out with me before I leave tonight since I'm not going to see you tomorrow then? Because you don't want me to come over. And she's also confused why she can't come over tomorrow morning. She says, why tomorrow morning too though? I work tomorrow. No, but for real, like my head is like overflowing, boiling pot of water because I shouldn't be begging to be alone or to even chill with my friends. Like he's very frustrated and she keeps telling him, it's okay, just ask for space, babe. It's no big deal. But when he does, she keeps questioning everything. Like, why? Hang out with me now because I can't see you tomorrow morning because you don't want me to come over tomorrow morning. But also like, why don't you want me to come over tomorrow morning? Dom responds, I spend more time with you than anything else. I said 1,000,000 times, you can have your space. Anything, I can't even work on my schoolwork for an hour without you poking me every 2 minutes. And then he does caps like, you said, keyword, you don't actually do. I don't want to be arguing. I'm leaving soon, but you're going to make this hard if you're going to be mean about it. I'm not trying to. I just never had to spend so much time with someone continuously. It fucking sucks. Like, I'm with you more than anything. Like, more than I'm with my other friends and family combined. I'm sorry, you can ask for space, Dom. I'll give it to you because I know you need your space. No, you won't. We've been over this. Like, I don't want this to be a fight. I'm literally sitting here agreeing with you, saying I'll give you space. Saying, again, we've done this fucking 50 times. I shouldn't hate my life. I shouldn't beg to be alone. Everything you do, like, shouldn't make me mad. Like, why? And the worst part is that I always feel bad. I shouldn't feel bad that I'm being smothered. I'm sorry. See, now I feel bad. He expresses how frustrated he is that he can't ever get space, and she tells him that he just needs to say that and she can give him space and he doesn't have to be so mean about it. He tells her that he's using the restroom. So like all in this fight, he's like, okay, I'm going to go use the restroom. And she texts him, I'm leaving at 11. Can you at least come out and talk to me before I go? I'm still shitting. And no, you saw me earlier. Just go. Please, I'm just so stressed out right now. Like, I can never say anything right. I'm giving you the space you need. I'm leaving and we don't even have to hang today. I also need dabs. Weed, please come out. Do not say no one gives a fuck about what you say. Can you think of a period when we didn't chill for more than 2 days? Probably only when we were broken up. Okay, to be honest, we probably haven't even had over a day apart unless we were broken up. Yeah, no, it's worse than that. Okay, so Mackenzie ends up leaving at 11 a.m., right? And the whole rest, so she agreed, I'm going to leave at 11 a.m. and then I'm not going to come tomorrow. So they're not going to see each other the rest of today. And then she's not going to see him tomorrow. Okay? Yeah. Not like a big ask, if you ask me. Mackenzie ends up leaving, but texting him the entire day, asking him what he's doing, why he's ignoring her, why he's on do not disturb mode. He finally responds and she wants to know, why have you been ignoring me? I've been calling and trying to text you for like 3 hours. Okay. See, you wonder why I'm always so sus, because you don't fucking text me at all when I'm not with you. When you text me back like that, what the fuck am I supposed to think? I don't know. Text me back when I text you, because when you do this, it just makes me want to come over. No? Why are you just being a dick? Who are you with? No one. Then why are you being so mean? I just want to talk to you. I don't want to have to make Snap accounts because you're ignoring me. And now my head fucking hurts. Thanks so much for stressing me out. All you have to do is text back and you can't even do that.
Wait, so she left at 11. Now it's 3 hours, probably like 2 p.m.
Yeah.
And she's flipping out after the conversation they just had.
And where she said, just ask for space, babe.
She just said that I won't
Yeah.
come over tomorrow. I'll give you space.
Oh, just wait, because we're going to circle back to tomorrow, okay? So he's like, okay, I'll text you in 30 minutes. I shouldn't have to beg you to text me back. You just ruined my fun because now I have to sit here and think about you. She eventually, that night, asks him to FaceTime and asks if she can come over in the morning. The next morning, she sends him a string of messages asking to come over. Can I come over early? Please, please. You have to get me, but please let me come. So not only does she want to go over, she wants him to come pick her up and take her over.
So what happened to like she agreed I won't come over tomorrow?
Nothing happened. She just goes back on her.
She just changed her mind.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, because it's like no longer that fight. So now it's like an hour later and she has a goldfish brain.
I see.
Yeah. But please let me come because I work today and I want to hang out before I have a shitty shift. He just texts, why? Mackenzie responds with a string of messages. Why? Question mark. Come on, I miss you. I want to see you. Please don't be like this, babe. Please, I want to come over. Please, Dom. Please, Dom. I've been waiting at my phone. Please answer me and let me come, babe. Please answer. I've just been sitting here waiting for you to answer. Please, Dom. Let me come at 10. It's 9:16. The only reason I got up is because I thought you were going to let me come over and you're literally making me walk. And now you can't even text me back. Like it's literally freezing outside and you're making me walk and you can't even give me a ride. I'm crying so hard saying I miss you and you're just sitting there like it's fucked up. Dom responds, my back won't stop hurting. So his back was hurting from basketball. I'm not trying to get dressed. I don't know, man. Why are you doing this to me? It's making me so sad. Like if you let me come now, I could maybe get a ride. Mackenzie expresses that she's crying so hard, and if he doesn't text her back, she's going to be so upset and flip out. To which Dom says she always thinks that crying is going to let her come over, and he still remembers that she mentioned that she knows how to fake cry. But Mackenzie begs to come over, saying she's upset for real because she's crying and she's upset for real. I think their relationship and communication styles are vastly different, but I'm unsure how much age factors into all of that. But I will say that both of them do use the N-word slur throughout their text messages in the beginning, like a lot. It is the most egregious thing at this point in their relationship, and they get into arguments. And it's just, I'm just going to give you like a forewarning, trigger warning. Like if you end up with the messages file, it's just a lot. They do get into arguments about whether or not Dom is going to take Mackenzie to his prom. So he's 2 years and 11 months older. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't seem like he can. So each school seems to have differing age or class limits for guests. So some schools, as long as you are a high schooler, you can be a guest to prom. But the student that is purchasing the tickets to prom has to be an upperclassman. Some schools, you also have to be an upperclassman to be a guest to the prom, right? So there's just like a lot of rules. And it seems in this case, Mackenzie is upset because he can't bring her to prom. And she says, it's funny how you act around Kyle. Stop acting like a fucking dick. I do so much for you. Like, how do you think I feel right now?
Wait, so he can't take Mackenzie. Did he take somebody else or?
No, he was just going to go alone with his friends, his guy friends.
Oh.
But those guy friends have girlfriends, right?
Oh, what the heck?
And he's explaining, I don't know, I can't just not go to prom. So she's almost like asking, then you shouldn't even go to prom in general.
What?
And then I don't know if this is right after prom. It sounds like it is. It sounds like there's some sort of after party. They refer to it as the cabins. And he says, I'll let you go to cabins though. And she says, no. And you're going to be taking nice pics there and be happy there. When at homecoming, they had gone to homecoming together. You were such a dick. That was my first normal HOCO. Like, yeah, she keeps calling it HOCO for homecoming. And he's like, come on, I'm going to get you into cabins. Like, I didn't want to go to HOCO. HOCO gay. Prom is fucking prom, my G. She responds, but now you want to look all nice and take pics when I'm not even there. Like, why can't you do this? What do you mean? Who are going to take pics? You're getting mad at me? Like, can't you just let me be upset about it? Like, it fucking sucks for me to see you go to prom with all your friends who are going with their girls and I'm just going to be sitting at home. And he reiterates, I'm going to let you go to cabins. But Mackenzie eventually gets distracted because she notices there is a girl staring at Dom. So this is when I find out they're at a party and texting and fighting. Okay.
Oh.
So they're at a party and like, that's why she was mentioning Kyle. And then she's like noticing a girl staring at Dom, apparently. And she says, why is she looking at your pants? Why is she only talking to you? What the fuck? So are you only going to talk to her too? Weird ass. What the fuck is your issue? Are you trying to make me mad? I'm not trying to do what? What do you mean? I'm mad as fuck at you right now. Ask Angelo to come get us. I want to leave. So Angelo is Dom's brother, who I guess is their ride for the night. I did. Then tell him to hurry. I don't want to be here when she keeps looking you up and down. Like, really? A comment about your pants and your shit? How weird. Of course she's so interested. And Kyle's a dick for leaving her alone with us. Bruh. Maybe because it's awkward as fuck right now. So, like, he's saying, like, she's probably making these comments because it's awkward. Like, what is... How can you just start texting about cabins and prom right in front of me and say I can't go and expect me not to be mad and sad? I said you can go to cabins. Kyle just fucking said I can't go to cabins with y'all unless I go to prom. Like, I want to wear a cute dress and look bomb with you. And she keeps talking to you, bruh. For a good chunk in the beginning of 2020, a lot of their issues seem like very normal high school couple issues. Mackenzie will tell Dom once he wakes up, there's a fucking issue, I need your help. What's up? Babe, I need your help posting a pic, where you at? She'll tell him about how she got her nails done, texting him, I want to show you my nails, really bad. Dom, you better let me show you my nails, Dom. He says he's with his mom right now. FaceTime me when you go to your room. My nails look so good. When are you going to FaceTime? She texts him about dreams she has. Oh my God. So we were going to hang out and you were telling me to hold on and shit because you got to do something real quick. Then somehow I seen Audrey's private story and you were smoking a wood with her at her house. And I was like, what the fuck? Then I seen another snap and I seen y'all were at your house. So I pulled up and she was walking out your front door and I walked up to her, but she was hitting back and you were just like, yo. And then I woke up. In another thread, Mackenzie is upset that Dom didn't kiss her goodbye, which he argues that he did, but she says, you didn't kiss, you just put your lips out. It's okay if you didn't mean to do it, but you did, it made me sad. He tries to get her to read a book, and he says it'll help her. So he reads a lot of self-help books. And she says, I don't like to read, my brain is too scrambled. Reading will help unscramble it. And then the same fight over and over again about how Dom wants space. Mackenzie says all he has to do is ask. He says that's not true because she's just going to nonstop text him and beg to come over. She will argue that he's being mean to her about it when he can just nicely tell her he needs space, and then she's going to give him space, and round in this very vicious carousel ride. And in the beginning, Dom initiates a lot of breakups, or at least breaks in their relationship. And most of those, he says, is because he just needs space. He feels like he can't get space unless he literally asks her for a breakup. But Mackenzie argues that every time they go on break, something bad happens. And interestingly, even when they discuss going on break, Dom gives her a time frame. He'll be like, we're on break until Valentine's Day, which is about a 7-day break. But then Mackenzie will almost negotiate. She's like, that's too long. It needs to be shorter. It's a very interesting back and forth about what is the appropriate number of days for their break.
Do they go on break?
Barely. Yeah. She'll just nonstop harass him again.
So then they never actually broke up.
Not really. Yeah. But I think near the end, it seems like he wants to. Yeah. Ultimately, that specific fight ends with Dom going off on Mackenzie, and it's a pretty intense fight. And he mentions how he feels like she snakes her way around and always gets what she wants. He almost insinuates when she comes over, she somehow snakes around and makes the fight disappear, is the vibe. Which it comes off like she's very manipulative. She disagrees, saying she never gets what she wants. Dom tries to point out all the things that bother him, such as, the fact that Mackenzie is always texting his brothers.
What?
Always. Mackenzie is always texting his brothers when he's not responding for 2 minutes. Oh. To which he's asking, why? Why are you doing that? And she says in caps, to get you to text back. Which I think is the point he's trying to make, And Dom gets so fed up, he threatens to call Mackenzie's mom and ask her mom to not bring her over to his house anymore, because at this point, Mackenzie doesn't have a driver's license. And Mackenzie says if he does that, she's going to self-exit. He starts going off on her, saying that he's also dealing with mental health struggles. He's hurting too, and he just wants to hurt alone, and she won't give him alone time. Mackenzie does point out that when they were on break previously, Dom hooked up with somebody else. But eventually they make up. They make up from this fight, only to fight again. And Mackenzie asks to come over, but he says he's going to FaceTime her instead. And she starts texting him, Dom, it's not that easy. I miss you. I haven't seen you. And you've just been saying no. I'm bawling my fucking eyes out, begging you to let me come. Please answer, Dom. Oh my God, please don't do this to me. It's going to kill me. Please don't. My head is already hurting. Please just let me come and see you. I'll leave after 30 minutes. I don't care. I just want to talk to you and see you. Please understand that, Dom. Please answer. He responds, stop, babe. You can come over tomorrow. They have this whole back and forth where she says she can't because she already told him 1,000,000,000 times that she has work tomorrow, but he offers that they can hang out for an hour before work. And she thinks an hour is not enough. He tells her that only she can make herself happy. Because she starts blaming anxiety. You know how stressed I already am and you're making it worse. And he tries to tell her you need to find happiness within yourself. At some point he tells her, Kenzie, I need to find myself. I don't know who I am anymore, so just let me be for a little, okay? And he ends up texting her back, hey, sorry, babe, I was being mean. I don't want to be mean. Do you want to come over and smoke, and then I can drive you to work? But then they very quickly get into another fight with a very familiar premise. Mackenzie rants about how her mom, Natalie, makes her life hard. Yeah, she thinks her mom is really hard on her. And how Natalie always calls herself the peacekeeper, but then she does things like change Mackenzie's curfew from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. So she extended it 2 hours, right? Which is what Mackenzie wanted. But according to Mackenzie, quote, so I got her to say 11. Then she's like, fine, but I'm not telling you when I'm coming. So like she's not going to give her a heads up when she drives over there. I don't know.
What? Okay.
Yeah. So then Mackenzie is like what the fuck? She wonders why my head hurts every day and why I have so much anxiety. I feel like she's trying to trap me. Like, what's going on? She also states that Dom gives her anxiety when he doesn't respond quickly enough, which makes sense if maybe he's driving or he's out at night or he's doing something that would maybe cause anxiety, but just responding about what time she can come over. She tells him, please answer fast. I'm getting anxiety. During one disagreement, Mackenzie tells Dom, I literally had no one last night. Gracie bitched me out over some gay shit and it hurt. Like I was alone. I realized I don't really have anyone. He tells her, Kenzie, in the end, you really have no one besides your family. And don't take anything Gracie says to heart. You know, she's not the brightest. And even people's family will fuck them over. So he's just like coming from a place of like, you can't really need someone all the time. I need more than family. I need friends and support. I can't take the hate. I'm literally sad. I've been trying so hard to get hyped and have fun, but shit in my brain keeps making me think too deep. And I've been having these dreams and it's killing me. And I needed you last night and you went on do not disturb mode. And I didn't know what to do. It was terrible. I was at a really low point. If you think you need friends and support, then you do. If you don't think you do, then you don't. Do you see what I'm getting at? Things will only bother you if you let them. I think I got a book that can really help you. It's not really long either. I haven't read it yet though. Dom, I try so hard with a lot of shit and it's like a lot when you feel like it's surreal. I can try reading, but shit makes me feel weird. See, you've got to get out of that mindset. You've been in the wrong mindset for too long. You got to think like me and grab life by the balls, and only you have control over your brain. He tells her to read the book, to which she responds, psychological books make me feel bad about myself, or like weird. I don't know. I get off at 6:30 if you want to take dabs and talk about it, and you can give me the book. See, if they make you feel weird or bad, then you need to change something. All you're doing is limiting yourself. It's not like guilt. It just makes me feel weird. It's so hard for me to change sometimes. I just give up because I feel like I can't. I feel like I'm just hated on every day for nothing. I don't know why she has so many haters. Like, you're just a high schooler. Like, who has that many haters? It somehow morphs into a fight where Mackenzie says that Dom wouldn't understand because he hasn't seen her. So how would he know what she's going through?
Like, they haven't hung out in a day or two?
To which he says, it's been fucking 2 days. I haven't seen my grandma in fucking 3 years. Stop fucking making excuses and stop giving a fuck. He does give advice aggressively and it's a lot. It could be age, could be just different communication styles. But I guess he thinks it's best for Mackenzie, right? And he's just reminding her at the end of the day that all she has is herself. But she says, if I do this, you got to be there for me, Dom. So she's like, if I stop smoking weed and like read this book, you got to be there for me. And he's like, no, I don't. You have to be there for yourself. I can die tomorrow. Your mom could die. Your dad, your whole family. Who fucking knows? I don't want to go through this alone, babe. You're not always going to have people there for you, so don't expect it or care.
Alone? Reading a book alone?
Yeah.
What is she whining about?
We don't know. Yeah. No, there were so many times we would like pause. We're all sitting around the table and I'm like, save me someone. And we're all like, what's happening? Like we would have to read the same page over and over again because we're like, wait, are we sure this is what she means? And it's like, yes, no, this is why she's complaining. She's like, I don't like to think about people dying. I'm going through my own stuff alone. It's reality. Anyone can die. In a later text, Dom reminds her any day it could happen and boom, I'm gone. A few days later, Mackenzie goes on to complain about being at work and quote, hella F slurs here today.
Whoa.
She also rants about other fake friends that she has. Bruh, I fucking hate AJ and Joey so much, like broke ass N-words that I smoked up and plus rides all summer and they can't even answer me to chill with me, but they can hang out with fucking Amory. Like shit makes me so mad, fake as fuck. Like I fucking hate how everyone busy 24/7. If they not, I get ignored by literally everyone in the world. I'm so fucking mad. Why do fake people love me? Then she'll just start off a new morning with a positive good morning text. What a way to start a day. Good morning, babes. Today I got woken up by a fucking woodpecker picking at my house nonstop. I woke up so mad, bruh. That bird can fuck off. Then a few mornings later, I woke up at 6:20 a.m. and my room literally smelled like shit. I had to get up and spray perfume. I was so mad. I'm laughing because Tom's response is crazy. Okay, sorry. She's like, I had to get up and spray perfume. I was so mad. Tom responds, did you shit? Sorry. I'm sorry. Like, we were literally losing our minds reading these messages. No, Dom. It was a phantom smell. You probably shit. You sure it wasn't just your upper lip? My lip? Are you saying I smell, babe? Yeah, it could just be you're smelling your upper lip. No, it's like when a ghost visits you and they have a smell. LMAO, definitely wasn't my lip. Shit smelled so bad. By spring of 2020, Mackenzie starts getting more aggressive with fights with Dom. And I mean, nowhere near where she ends up, just a bit more aggressive than how she started, saying things like, quote, in caps, I'm not playing your annoying ass games. Later, they make up and Mackenzie texts, Corona is now a global pandemic. But she spells it Carona. Corona. Then later she rants, yeah, what the fuck? I hate Chinese. Oh my God.
Oh.
But she spells it Chinise. Then she starts freaking out about not having groceries in the house.
Why is she didn't say anything? Just
oh, she's
passing.
like, why the fuck are you eating bats? Like something like that.
Oh, because of I see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Then she starts freaking out about not having groceries in the house. And Mackenzie asks, what if people run out of milk or like important shit like that? He reassures her that they have a ton of noodles and potatoes, so it's going to be fine because she loves noodles and potatoes. I feel better now. Thank you, BB. Spring of 2020, they start getting into fights because Mackenzie doesn't like that Dom's guy friends take too much of his time away. And she says, I'm so done with broke ass N-word taking time with you. Like, yeah, be cool with broke. And Dom totally works, okay? It's just funny, Carl and all the, and I don't know what this word means, Goons. So I don't know if okay. Anyway, and all the Goons can come with you, but I can't, and I'm way fucking better than all of them. She starts freaking out a bit more when he doesn't respond, and it just feels like it goes from, I'm anxious, please don't do this to me, to more of an angry, quote, and what you did yesterday, not happening tonight. Text back right now. Here we fucking go again, question mark, question mark. It's really that hard to text me back. I'm for real done, question mark, question mark. Leave me on red again. She says that he's ignoring her and choosing to chill with a fucking loser over her. I could for real fuck someone up right now. I'm so mad. Tell him to GTFO. He's a bitch. Fucking taking up time I could have been with you. Send his ugly ass the fuck home and get me. Dom tells her, chill out or we're not chilling today. I could probably fuck Carl up right now and I'm not about to chill out when you're with that slow ass. You can come get me at 9 p.m. and Carl better not be near. Answer faster. Drop his ugly ass the fuck off, then get me. She starts sending text after text in caps. Come right now and get me right now. She ends up walking to his house and waiting for him to get back. And she's angrily texting him the whole time. If you don't come soon, I'm about to be so mad. Come right now or I'll find where the fuck you are and pull up. I'm done with your gay ass games you play 24/7. Come back. Are you dumb? Come back right now. You literally annoying. How do you just do this? I'm waiting. How you're about to get bitched out. Come right now. Like, I don't know what is wrong with you. I'm about to just go into your room. You're a dick. She starts freaking out in all caps that she had to walk to his house in the rain, which he didn't ask for her to come over. Like, she just wanted to because he wasn't responding. And he has 5 minutes to come back. She says, I've never been this mad at you. I could for real punch you like 20 times, but Carl and AJ, they could be dead right now. I hope Carl gets his ass robbed and beat up and AJ can just suck a dick. Get in your car and drive the fuck home. So he's still not home. Oh. And she walks in the rain to his house and is like waiting for him to come home. They make up and bicker for the next few days, and every time I'm reading, I feel like I have no clue if a big fight is about to break out or if they're just going to get over it in like 2 seconds. Mackenzie texts, I'm about to be so mad. Why? I haven't ate all day, okay? Then I asked my mom to make me mashed potatoes. Then she makes them. I'm excited as fuck to eat them, and then I look at them and can already tell they're different. I fucking take a bite, and they were like watered down and all weird. Yay! Now my dinner is lemon water! Exclamation, exclamation, exclamation. So then you learn to make something for yourself. Don't just not eat and complain. That attitude would kill you. Just go make something else. I can actually make a lot of fucking things myself. Then do it. I don't like when you say shit like that. I know you're not trying to be mean, but like stop. Look, you're just complaining, more. Just go make your food. I was craving mashed potatoes. N-word, I'm for real about to be mad. A few fights later, another variation of a similar fight shows up. Dom suggests that they take a break, and he says, Kenzie, I think we should take a break again. It'll be good for both of us. We haven't been getting along, and you need to make some friends. I stopped texting for a second, and you flip like I could be texting my mom. I got a phone call or anything, and you just flip. They go back and forth while Dom tries to explain, no, Kenzie, I need my space. I want to do more me, not we, right now, okay? And I'm sorry, but I think we should separate for a little. She responds, and I'm gonna be honest, when you're out this late and being mean, I feel like you're with another girl. Like, I know you wouldn't, but it stresses me out, and not until we talk in person. So she's like, this break is not happening until we talk in person. Why? I don't want to talk about it in person. Can you FaceTime me when I'm home? I don't want to text about it. I don't want to have to deal with your emotions. What the fuck? I don't want to deal with your anger, but I do. This is why we separate. We are not separate. We are now separated. No, we are together. No, we are gonna separate. No, we are not. What is wrong with you? We are not breaking up. Are you trying to fucking hurt me? No, I'm not. I'm trying to help you. It'll probably be better in the end. She ends up going to his house, and he tells her if that's the case, he's not going to come back home because he's not home right now. And she pleads with him, I'm crying my ass off. I literally hate my life. Everyone I'm so loyal to fucks me over. Please be here for me, Dom. Kenzie, I want to. It's just hard right now. Instead of coming back, Dom posts on Instagram, essentially subtweeting Mackenzie, like saying something like, girls be crazy, I don't know, something like that, okay? And of course, it kickstarts a full unleashing of fuck you text messages from Mackenzie to Dom. Are you fucking dumb? Come back right now. You never do shit for me. You lie, fuck me over, and talk to other girls. I bet Hannah with you right now. I will fuck everyone up. Get back home right now. I'm just gonna self-exit. Fuck you. I'm done with life. I'm in your room. N-word. If you don't come, there's gonna be an issue. I will straight up flip out in here, and there's a big one on the floor too. Come right now. You are fucked up. Get back now. And you are a fake ass. You fake. You a liar. She texts him, fuck you, 15 times in a row. She tells him she took 3 shots of his Patron, the tequila. I hate you so much. I drank hella Patron too. Bleep. Fuck you. If you sleep at Carl's, we're probably gonna have to break up. I'm so done with you being a liar. Sad your R-worded ass choices make me have to lose my whole other family. You're pathetic as fuck. Kenzie, we need to break up. It'd be better for both of us. Look, and if time goes by and we still feel the same way, we can get back together because real love never dies. Mackenzie refuses and tells Dom that she feels dizzy and like her head is going to explode and that she tastes blood. Texting, I taste fucking blood. I keep throwing up. My head is pounding and nobody is here for me. I'm puking right now.
This is after she drank alcohol, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if 3 shots, I mean, like the way that she consumes like her weed consumption alone, I don't know if she's like a lightweight where she's just like, but again, it just seems kind of manipulative to drink and then saying like, this is all your fault. He begs her not to do this to him. And she says, I'm puking, help, it's foam, I'm going to die, I'm scared. I mean, this is like highly manipulative behavior. They make up and then there's more fighting about space, hanging out, not hanging out, don't leave me on red. Again, huge chunk of their fights along with whether or not Mackenzie is going to come over or not. And there are times where Mackenzie will get, I will say, there are times where Mackenzie will get ready at 3 p.m. and wait until 8 p.m. asking to come over. And it's very clear that Dom tries not to give her an answer because when he says no, she flips out and will probably show up.
So she get ready before even knowing.
Yeah. So it's like her fault, right? But she does she never gets a no from him. Mm-hmm. So like throughout the day, she'll be like, can I come over? And then he'll be like, we'll see. Right. But then also when he does give a no, it's like a huge blowout fight. So I can see at their ages why this becomes a problem, right? You know, Dom tells her that he doesn't know if he wants to hang out. He wants to hang out with his brother. And like these to me, I guess as like a very passive person, maybe it's like, oh, he's trying to say no without saying no, right? But or he'll say things like, I want to run errands and focus on myself. And there's another fight where she literally follows him on foot. I think they were like leaving, I don't know. She follows him on foot, okay? And Dom's confused why. He says, you should have just stayed there. I don't know why you left. To find you because you're a fucking dick. So you left me here walking. Fuck you. I hate you. You're a liar. You fucking left me here out here. Fuck you. I told you I'm cold and my socks are wet. I didn't know you were walking. I told you I was, you fucking dick. You really left me out here walking. When I told you I'm cold and my socks are wet, you fucking left me. Everyone in my life just treats me like shit. It's always the people you love the most that fuck you over the hardest, and then you just don't care at all. She reiterates in caps, I told you I was cold. I told you my socks were wet, and you didn't care. He says, I told you to go home because it's cold. In another version of their many, many fights where Dom wants to break up and Mackenzie doesn't, at some point, Mackenzie texts out of nowhere, I think my leg is bleeding. It's bleeding in 3 spots and it's stinging. Now we can talk or I'll leave you and you can keep acting like a baby because if you fuck me over, I'm going to tell my mom what happened today. My leg is fucked up. Skin is peeling. So she's almost like insinuating like she's going to tell her mom that he did something to her leg.
So we're still in 2020 right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And what percentage of their text message are them fighting at this point?
70%.
Okay. So 70%
Yeah.
fighting, and then the other 30%, they're what are they talking about?
Like nothing. Nothing. And it's a lot of like Dom trying to accommodate Mackenzie. But also like Dom will fight back more in 2020. Yeah. So in like 2020, he's like, read a book. No one's going to be there for you. Everyone dies, right? But then 2021 and progressively, he just gets more and more accommodating where he just starts apologizing for everything, even though it's not really his fault.
Really?
Yeah. Until like June, July, like middle of 2022, right before he passes, he starts like bringing back like, no, I'm ready to break up.
Interesting.
But it's less emotional. So in 2020, when he's breaking up, he's still like,
It sounds like he just wants space.
yes. But in 2022, it's like, okay, like if you want to break up, I'm more than happy to break up. Like I can't do it. It's less emotional. It's more like, yeah, then I think we should break up.
I see.
Yeah. And so she's insinuating like he might have done something to her leg. But Dom responds, you shouldn't have been flinging around like a maniac. So it seems like it's kind of a weird area of like, I don't know what happened to her leg. And this is like another thing that happens that's been highly debated about the whole car, steering wheel thing 2 weeks before their deaths. Do you remember?
Yes.
So like I'm trying to get an understanding, but like I don't know if he did do something to her leg, like what would he say? But it just seems like he didn't because he's like, you shouldn't have been flinging around like a maniac, right? She says, I swear to God, both my legs are bleeding and cut open. They are stinging and my head, it's throbbing. Like, are you heartless? All you had to do is fucking talk to me, but you make everything so much worse. So
I imagine if Dawn actually did something, she will bring it up nonstop.
Yeah, and like record it, send,
I mean, she's already accusing him of, oh, you're with this girl, you're probably cheating, you're this, you're that, right?
And then even this message I thought was enlightening because he's like, you were flinging around like a maniac. And she says, all you had to do was fucking talk to me. Not like, you grabbed my leg. You threw something. Like, it's like not an accusation. It's like,
exactly.
Why couldn't you just do something for me?
Yeah. Comfort me.
Yeah. And he responds, I'm sorry, but you did that to yourself. You don't even care. My legs are cut open. I do, but you did do that to yourself. That was not cool. We should probably go on a break. Another interesting thing is a lot of times when Mackenzie gets bored, she says it's stressing her out. She means it genuinely.
I'm bored, it's stressing me out.
Yeah, she'll be like, I'm so bored. It's stressing me the fuck out. And it's so bizarre. Like, what is happening in her brain?
Yeah.
She demands that Dom hang out with her, which usually results in a full-blown argument. But it's interesting that she gets stressed when she's bored. Another fight, Dom says he has to shower and then he can hang out with her. But that kickstarts an argument about whether he should shower or not. He's pro-shower. She's anti-shower, of course. And that fight lasts about an hour. Like he could have showered in that time. Yeah. But mid-2020, she's still able to apologize after fights, saying things like, I'm sorry if I was being a brat. I wasn't trying to. I was just hurt that you didn't want to come. I really wanted you to come. I really don't want to lose you, Dom. You're my babe and my best friend, and I can't imagine life without you. Dom tries to tell her, you can be soulmates and not ready for each other. I really can't lose you, Dom. In another fight, Dom explains he had to block Mackenzie because he was getting heated and she was sending pictures of herself crying, which again seems like highly manipulative behavior, which she says, I wasn't crying. It was supposed to be a joke. Whenever you do that, I immediately block.
What joke?
So she's saying, I wasn't crying. It was a joke. But then he's like, whenever you do that, I immediately block. So he's like, if you send me pictures of you crying, I'm going to block. So it seems, I don't know if it was a joke, right? They fight copious amounts of times because he has his phone on do not disturb mode, which she despises with a fire-burning passion. And she texts him, I thought you were done doing that. Like, why are you even on DND? Dom, like, what is going on? Fucking embarrassing. Like, how the fuck can you go from having a convo with me to going on do not disturb and ignoring me? Like, it makes no sense. What the fuck is wrong with you? Then when Mackenzie is not fighting with Dom, she rants about her mom. Basically, Natalie tells Mackenzie she has a dental procedure, so she cannot get high on weed. But then that gets canceled. She does end up going and she gets her mouth numbed, but they don't go through with the procedure. But Mackenzie believes her mom lied to her to, I guess, prevent her from getting high. But she's so mad, she says she could kill somebody. I didn't smoke for 4 days for fucking nothing. Dom doesn't see it as a big deal, so naturally there's a big fight. Dom tells her, a lot of people have seen way worse days. Well, I'm not talking about other people, Dom. I'm talking about this house. The dentist fucked me over, and now I have to sit here on 2 different medicines that I have no clue what they are with a numb-ass mouth. I can't even do duck lips. He tells her, but yeah, stop complaining. People seen way worse days. Life is a blessing. Who cares? It's over. I care because I just wasted my fucking day. She also spells wasted like a waist. Like your little hips and waist, yeah. And I wasted, and she does it again, so this is intentional. I wasted 4 days of not smoking that I could have smoked. Who cares if you didn't smoke for 4 days? I care. It doesn't matter now. The fight goes back and forth before he tells her, stop fucking bothering me. Like, I have so much shit, and if I don't answer your text for 5 minutes, you gotta call me. Like, fuck out of here. Remember what I said about people stressing me and wasting my time? She calls him out for being mean and not sympathizing with her. When he doesn't see this as a big deal, and the climax of the fight seems to end with Dom telling her, you're worried about your teeth, I'm worried about my future. So there is a big discrepancy where Dom feels a lot of like pressure from, like there's just a lot of pressure. Maybe he puts it on himself. Maybe it's just, I don't know, right? But he feels a lot of pressure to make it out and make money. He wants to support his mom. He has a brother who, well, I mean, this is all in the FOIA, but he does have a brother who is dependent on their mother. And he lives in the house with her, and he is much older, but it seems like he will need care for the rest of his life. And so I think that's a huge stress for his mom, and he sees his mom go through that. And he just seems to like internalize a lot of this and feel a lot of pressure. Yeah, pressure. Yeah. But, you know, she's just bitching about her teeth and not smoking for 4 days. So he'll say things like that. And in another fight, the same topic comes up of Mackenzie prioritizing things Dom thinks is no big deal, where Dom tells her, you complain about the worst days ever or worst days of this year when it's just some small things. Like it's not even a big deal at all. But Mackenzie argues back, not knowing what I'm doing for my birthday is a big deal to me. My God. You really don't know how stressful this is. August of 2020, Mackenzie has a dream. Dom cheated on her, and she texts him, if you ever cheat on me, I'ma fucking kill someone dead ass. They continue getting into fights for the rest of 2020. He wants to go to sleep. She wants him to accompany her to her nail appointment. That is, you know, that's a few hundred texts back and forth of fighting. Yeah. Fight marathons lasting from 10:30 in the morning to 4 p.m. He won't respond to her message within 9 minutes, and she texts him, did you just leave me on red? What the fuck? Like, you really know how to make everything 1,000% worse. In between fights, they have moments of just normal behavior, if you can call it that, where they will talk to each other about what's going on in their lives and days, with Mackenzie texting, class online's so hard and gay. So that's great. There are escalating fights about space and wanting to spend time together. It gets to the point where Dom feels frustrated that Mackenzie won't let him ever focus on work or school or really anything. And all she wants to do is hang out and have him buy her things, but then won't let him work to make money. He mentions that he just spent $2,000 on clothes in a week with her. Dom expresses his frustration that he will do all this for her, and she will still nag him about responding quickly, spending more time with her, and doesn't ever stop. Dom says, okay, you know what? Let's return all the clothes I got you, and I'll have all the free time in the world. You know, I'll quit working right now and be your bitch. You don't need to do that? Question mark, question mark, question mark. If you really want to broomstick my ass, you fucking psycho. So Dom does go off on her. I just want time with you. Like, for real, I shouldn't want to self-exit. So Dom starts like expressing repeatedly that she smothers him to the point where he is miserable and like his mental health is declining and he wants to leave. But all she can focus on is, I know you didn't just call me a fucking psycho. I'll just pretend you're joking because I know you know I can be a lot worse than this. Like, I don't know how many times I tell you that you can talk to me and tell me how you feel and I'll always be there for you, but you never let me. So he's like, I mean, why would he want to, right? But he says, if I self-exit one day, it's because of the stress. Don't even say that shit. What the fuck? Like, if doing what you do causes you so much stress, then chill out. No, it would be fine. But you making me want to fucking scream during the whole process. So, is that what you're trying to say? I'm the problem? Honestly, just fuck off. Don't fucking text me. You're making me mad as fuck. He tells her she drives him to wanting to take drugs so that he won't be coherent enough to feel stress or anger. And then she can complain all she wants about how they need to spend more time together because he won't even feel it. Mackenzie says, thanks, Dom. Is this what you wanted? You don't understand that you're the only person I hang with ever. Maddie hates me. Mallory lives 4 minutes away. No one wants to be my friend. Like, I have no one but you, and you don't even want to be around me. How do you think that feels when no one wants to hang with you? Thanks for making me feel worse. The last 2 days make me want to self-exit. They make up with Dom apologizing. Then in the fall of 2020, Mackenzie doesn't even have her license yet, but she's test driving a few cars and she's contemplating between a Mercedes and a BMW. Then she asks Dom about his opinion on, what do you think about a Toyota Corolla? I think she's talking about a Toyota, but who knows with this girl. Dom says Camrys are better than the Corollas, and she gets Camry. In 2020, there is a moment where Dom heavily struggles with his mental health and says he's contemplating self-exiting. And one of the things the two of them are talking about is that Mackenzie wants to post a picture of Dom onto her social media. Okay, so there's multiple conversations happening at once. And Dom says, Kenzie, I just don't want you to cry over a picture. I said you could post the fucking picture. I just don't like this stressful shit. Stop being a fucking child. Being in a relationship isn't about posting fucking pictures. She texts him, come back, we can talk like adults because I know I'm mature enough. Dom responds, you're 16. I'm 18. We are far from mature. I'm mature AF. You're choosing to act like this. If you were mature, you wouldn't cry over a picture. They continue arguing and Dom just says, no, I live a miserable life. It's been miserable. I'm miserable. I'm a miserable person. She says, is it me or just in general? Everything. So me. Babe, I care about you a lot. I don't want you to be miserable. Where you at? Text me back. You're wearing me. Dom. Oh my God. Dom immediately responds that he's talking to his mom, and Mackenzie says, come in here after. So it seems like Mackenzie has just been waiting in his room while he's talking to his mom, meaning Mackenzie has been spamming him like, where you at? Text me back, right? I thought it was because she's worried because he was expressing that he was in mental health distress, but they're just all in the same.
She's like, where are you at in the house?
Yeah. Come back. Oh. Yeah. So I mean, things can happen in the same house. That's not what I'm saying. But I just don't know if this is her being vigilant or if this is just part of her normal behavior where everyone must respond within a certain time frame that she's concocted in her mind. The few days leading up to his birthday, during his birthday that year, and a little after, Dom seems to be really struggling with his mental health as well as his physical health. He frequently gets headaches. He continues to say, nah, I just suck. 19 isn't going anywhere. Neither is 20. So he's saying he doesn't really see a strong future for himself. Babe, don't say that. Or any other year of my life. You're 1 year closer to being a millionaire, billionaire. Yeah, nah, all that shit overplayed. My mom said I'll never do it and just to go back to college. Oh my God, why would she say that? You are the smartest person I ever met, Dom. You will be rich as fuck one day. Dom continues, I'm just a kid who throws temper tantrums. To her very little credit, Mackenzie tries to comfort him, but Dom ends up just kind of spiraling, and he tells Mackenzie to get some sleep since she has school the next day and reminds her not to smoke because it'll cause her to oversleep. So he's still trying to. And she says, remember, don't let anyone tell you you're not going to make it because I know you are. Right now, I don't know. Right now, you don't, but you tell me all the time that you will be rich. So stop telling yourself you're not because one person said you weren't. Babe, I love you. Yeah, but even if I did get rich, then nothing. It doesn't mean anything if I'm not happy. How do you know you won't be happy? You're still a kid until 25. It's now 4 a.m. on Dom's birthday, and after staying up all night with him, Mackenzie texts, you have so much time. Dom responds, I don't remember being fully happy. Maybe when I was little. The two talk a little bit more, and Dom brings up that he is just not in a good place, and the two text until they fall asleep and wake up a few hours later. Dom does not end up having a good birthday, and by 2 p.m. he texts Mackenzie, how can I face the enemies outside if I can't face them within myself? Unsurprisingly, at this point, Mackenzie starts whining and asks if she's the problem. And it's just it's just weird. And then there are times, like I said, in the relationship where still there are normal times. Like Mackenzie's guinea pig named Pinky dies and Dom tries to comfort her. And when they're stable, it just seems like a regular schmegular relationship. Dom is messaging her, babe, what if we were rock stars? And sends her a TikTok. What if I was like Van Halen or Prince? Well, who would I be? I don't know. And she says, LMAO, find a rock star with a girl. They also do things like play mobile games together, specifically Brawl Stars, which is objectively like kind of a fun game, but Dom asks her to play and they go through a round. And then Mackenzie is like, oh yeah, I was driving, which he's wondering how she's playing Brawl Stars if she's driving. And it's a game where you do need both your hands.
What?
Yeah. They also play Word Hunt and chess, which is surprising on Mackenzie's part. She doesn't like to read because it scrambles her already scrambled brain, but maybe she's good at chess. On October 26, 2020, the two get off of FaceTime a half hour before midnight, and Mackenzie is blowing up at Dom for not helping her pick an outfit for school. Dom tries to help, and Mackenzie continues to get more and more anxious. She's sending him pictures of her closet and outfits, and by midnight, Mackenzie texts him, I just have the urge to hit the fuck out of my head. I'm not going to, but that's how my anxiety is making me feel right now. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Dom ignores this comment and continues talking about the outfit options. And she says, Dom, I can't do this. I'm freaking out, like literally tweaking. They make my body look weird. And now my hand hurts so bad. Dom tells Mackenzie a little past midnight. He's like, look, to be honest, just don't go to school. Like, I really can't do this anymore. It's been an hour and a half. Thanks, Dom. That's such good advice to give to your babe that's failing most classes. They chat about another outfit option. Then Dom responds, okay, well then maybe if you focus more on schoolwork, then what outfits to wear, you'd get better grades. I'm done. The two fight in their usual fashion once more about all of this, and Mackenzie eventually ends up going to sleep. A few days later, Mackenzie hears sirens and texts Dom specifically if he's okay. He jokes, I'm in the ambulance, I'm dying. She says, stop. Don't even joke. I'm for real. Don't. I'm already about to panic. He says they shot me like Tupac. Dom then tells Mackenzie he's just joking. Halloween rolls around, and the two seem to be back to normal, and Mackenzie even mentions she wants to trick-or-treat. She's 16, by the way, but Dom offers to take her even though it's really cold outside. The next few days, the two are super lovey-dovey over text. She's like, my tummy feels weird. He says, it's because you need your beb. I really want to lay with you. I always do. I love you. I puked, babe. Dom goes on to ask her if she's been drinking water, eating, if she ate something bad, all the normal, like your partner is sick stuff. He even asks her if she ate too much Halloween candy. The two talk about cuddling, and Dom leans into all the cutesy relationship stuff, but it doesn't really last for long. November 2nd, they're arguing again, and it's a big fight. Mackenzie, I'm just trying to chill with Sheen for a little and give him some good vibes. He's literally telling us about how Lexi ruined his life. Mackenzie doesn't get it. She's like, okay, I just don't see why I can't come. We've been talking about chilling all day, and on God, I might just have to beat Lexi's ass and her baby. They get into a fight with Mackenzie accusing Dom of ruining her night again and being mean because he wants to hang out with his friend alone without her. They fight, they make up, and by the next evening, they're fighting all over again. And Mackenzie asks Dom, does it make you happy to make me someone that's been sad for days? Even more fucking sad? Like I just hit my head on my phone and you just like stay there. Like I'm in shock. Just over the same thing. They make up, and within a few days, they're fighting all over again, all because Dom unadds Mackenzie on Snapchat, and Mackenzie is constantly reminding Dom to turn his red receipts on. She spells it red, like the color, by the way, so maybe that's why he's not turning it on. But at this point, are we even surprised? Then they start fighting about Dom not hanging out with her and hanging up on her mid-call, which he says was by accident. And she's still upset. All of this doesn't really seem to faze Mackenzie because every time, again, they try to break up, she's not having it. So she's like constantly complaining, but then never wants to break up. He texts her November 23rd, 2020. He texts her around 10 in the morning. Honestly, Kenzie, I'm really sad. Babe, what happened? I can come right to your house and wait for you. Do you want me to bring pulp? It's like a restaurant. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know what's wrong with me. Well, I do, but I don't. Well, what do you think it is, babe? Is it me? I'm worried about you. I think I figured it out. What is it, babe? I don't know what love is. I really thought about it, and I have no idea what it is. And part of it is he blames a family member. Part of it is my family member's fault because he was a terrible family member and role model. And I didn't feel enough love by him, I guess. That's why I'd rather refuse than ask because I never wanted it in the first place. So he's just describing like childhood trauma. And Mackenzie responds surprisingly well. Babe, love is a weird thing. No one really understands it. I feel loved by you though, and I love you a lot. I don't know. They move on, and another interesting tidbit in their never-ending conversation is Mackenzie is at work and mentions that someone had a seizure and an ambulance had to come. And I know that POTS is not epilepsy, right? But I just figured if she really struggled with that, she seems like the type to make everything about her. She doesn't seem fazed.
What does she not seem face?
Like, she doesn't say, oh my God, it really scared me because I have POTS. Like, she just is like, oh yeah, they had to get an ambulance because someone had a seizure at work. I just thought it's weird that she doesn't play it up, which is kind of, I imagine her to be the type to be like, I'm puking right now because I'm so scared for myself. Then other messages, Dom has to tell Mackenzie in text messages, step by step, how to cook bacon. And around that time, Dom blows up on her. Dude, I'm literally freaking out. Like, you live in this little perfect world with barely any problems, and I have all this shit going on, and you just want to stress me to the point where I want to just like kill people. Like, fuck off, Kenzie. You don't know what the fuck's going on. Dom does continue to struggle with his mental health, and at times he will spiral, and Mackenzie maybe tries to comfort him by saying things like, your body renews yourself every 7 years. She tells him, if you do anything, you're gonna break my heart. Like what? Hurt yourself? Just do anything that'll hurt you. It'll hurt me, babe. Call me. I'll be okay. No, you won't. I won't either. And not even a little hour later, Mackenzie whines at her very clearly struggling boyfriend. The fact that you've left me on red 3 times in a row says it all. I'm done for today. Dom continues to tell Mackenzie about his mental health struggles. He's texting her about it. And apparently she's driving and she ignores all of that and asks him, can I get my charger so I can take dabs? I tried to use my Chromebook charger and it didn't work. Can I? I'm about to pass. It's in the kitchen. Never mind. I already passed your house. He says, yeah, I'm looking. Don't even try anymore. I already passed your house. Mackenzie continues to complain about her dabs and her pen charger, and even after Dom tries helping her, telling her to try YouTube to figure it out about how to charge it on a Chromebook charger, she says, it's just annoying when I could have just picked it up from your house. Dom does his best to de-escalate the situation and even tells Mackenzie, I'm sorry I was mean earlier, babe. And usually when I say I want to self-exit, it's kind of like after I start being mean and I regret it, and I just feel worse. Like, he's saying it just makes him spiral. Yeah, but you saying that just makes me feel worse. It was a terrible day. Me too, babe. I'll take you out to dinner soon and we'll have fun. The nice crab place in Cleveland. I love you, babe. All I want is for you to be nice and give me attention. I just think that's crazy, okay? Like, just think that's crazy. And maybe age plays a huge role, but he's clearly struggling. Like, reading through these messages, regardless of how people will feel about individuals, like, I think self-exit is a very hard topic to approach, and he's clearly struggling. And her priority is not for him to be happy, is not for him to be stable, but for him to be nice to her and give her attention. It's just such an odd juxtaposition in the messages. Both Mackenzie and Dom, though, egregiously use the N-word slur towards each other, particularly when fighting, and even at times casually. Just January 2021, they start off the year talking about the insurrection on January 6th. So Dom seems to be talking about how Democrats have stated that Trump supporters were, rushing to the Capitol to protect racism. So like that was kind of like a headline from the left side, which he said he found the narrative dumb. He says, how fucking R-worded can you be? Maybe because the whites ain't robbing and looting the city. Maybe because they just protesting, not hurting anyone, not hitting people with rocks or robbing people, just protesting. Sure, they climbed some building, but okay, better than setting things on the street on fire, ruining their own fucking city, dumbass. Honestly, I hope the black dude just gets shot up because they so fucking dumb. No wonder the cops shoot them. Protecting racism, ? How dumb can they be? It was because election fraud. Also, they ain't running in businesses and stealing shit. They just went in the Capitol. Mackenzie says she feels like both are bad and she hates violence and destruction. She does say that obviously the cops are going to like, I guess, white people better. That's what it seems like she's referring. She says if they were saying a cabin, so I think she's trying to say a cab. If they were saying a cab, fuck the cops, I'm sure they would be hitting them and killing them too. Dom continues to say, and it's about election fraud, not about racism, dumbasses, for real. It's the Democrats that do this. See, they're the ones that say, oh, it's because of racism. The Democrats drawing the line, creating racism, separating the country. Mackenzie responds, I agree with you, but they shouldn't have broken into that building. A few days later, Mackenzie seems to be getting some sort of blood work done, and Dom guides her through it through text about how to take deep, long breaths because she's terrified. But she starts kind of getting upset that he didn't rush to help her. She says, Kay, I would think I'm the most important, or at least a top priority. Then she gets home and starts freaking out that she doesn't have an outfit and wants Dom to come over to help her. He tries to reassure her, babe, you're definitely just making it harder for yourself than it needs to be. You can definitely find an outfit. You have hella outfits. Nothing is standing out to me. I don't want to wear any of the stuff. And then Kendra is the most annoying motherfucker to have you help pick an outfit. This is just terrible. Like, you could have just came and helped me real quick. No, babe. Yes, babe. You can dress yourself. I'm sorry, but like, I can't tie your shoes every day. I'm not asking you to tie my shoes. I'm asking you to help me pick an outfit. Well, 5 outfits so my week is less stressful. I don't know what's so hard about all of this. Like, if you just asked me to help you, I would have helped you, but I guess it's only one-sided. It's not one-sided. You just make it really hard for yourself. I've helped you before, but I'm not losing sleep over what you wear to school. My anxiety is at its lowest when I look good. Like, I have to beg for help. I shouldn't have to beg. You have to beg for help to get dressed? Like, come on, Kenzie. You still don't get it. Like, let's not make my issues seem smaller because you don't give a single fuck about them. If you cared about my anxiety and stress, you would help me. I'm not the fucking average person, and I never will be, so understand or don't, because I'm willing to help you through all your issues. You just have to help me through mine. I will help, but you getting dressed, you do on your own. Wow. I just don't think it's something that I should help with. I don't give a fuck what you think. I didn't ask what you think one time. I asked if you could help me pick 5 outfits for this week so I don't have to fucking stress about it before bed, like this. And of course, that's what you say. Never ask me for help again. You can never help me with shit. Like, maybe if you considered my issues important, but of course you don't because it doesn't mean anything to you. Babe, it's literally an outfit. I help you with anything else that I can. Stop gaslighting. So she's like, stop gaslighting. He says, I don't know what gaslighting is. Eventually, he compromises and asks her to send pictures of potential outfits, but she says, well, it's fucking hard over the phone. If you just came with me in the first place, it would have been a lot easier. But no, you had to stay. Like, I can't even fucking pick out a shirt. How am I supposed to send you a photo? He tells her she can send pics or he's going to bed, to which she's upset that he can't even pick out an item. Like, how can she send pics? He responds, how are you ever going to get dressed on your own? You can't even pick one item. They argue back and forth before Dom says he's so over this. He sent her $1,000 for her birthday, so she must have clothes to wear because that's what she spent it on. He's like, I used to wear the same joggers 3 times a week in 7th grade. Like, who cares what you wore? Oh my God, it's not about not having clothes. You're not listening to me. So you have all the clothes. You just can't match the colors? If I don't feel comfy and confident in my outfit, I will have a bad day and it will stress me out all day. No, it's not about anyone but me, but you probably don't get it. So how do I help you with that? Because I've never been able to help you. There's been nights it'll be 9 p.m. and you keep me up until midnight with your outfits. They argue about how she would do it for him, and he responds, I'm not losing sleep over clothes though. Like, come on. If you were hurt or hungry, you know I'm on the way or something else, but it's an outfit. Mackenzie argues, and this is one of my most important things. This is what helps me get on my day on track. No. Now I'm just going to get no fucking sleep and have to go to a full day tomorrow. Like, no, I'm stressed off. Like, I'm stressed off my fucking ass and I'm probably going to smoke to calm down. He responds, I didn't even watch the football game and I'm mad. I'm sorry my mental health makes you mad. You're the first person who I asked for help, but I just won't ask anymore. Dom responds, as much as I love you, my mental health comes first because I try every day so hard to not freak out. And if you're going to push me, I'm not just going to let you stress me out and make me mad when that's the first thing I deal with every day. Dom, me asking you for help shouldn't stress you out. Your outfits isn't excusable. Yeah, if you ask me to help you with something important, like let's say drive you to school. Mackenzie responds in all caps, Dom, this is important. Pick some pants, then shirt, then shoes, then jacket, and you're done. Easy as that. I don't even want to move. I've been laying on the floor, staring into my wall. I don't even want to go to school tomorrow. Like, I just don't have the motivation. I can't even do schoolwork or focus, and my math and English teacher make me feel so dumb. And she goes on another rant. Dom also gets on Mackenzie for smoking so much, saying, you don't have motivation because you smoke so much weed, you can't think. I've already told you this. Like, you get up and smoke weed at 7 a.m. This is what happens. She says she's going to try and stop smoking because her lungs are not doing well, but she thinks it'll be hard because she's going to watch him smoke while she can't smoke. She says, this all just sucks. I just want to get high. She complains about her English teacher. Fuck my English teacher. Such a fucking bitch. Like, I asked for a pencil and she never has one and always says, it's not my classroom. Like, bitch, you've been teaching in this room for almost a year. How the fuck does she still have no pencils for her students? And she also don't have a sharpener. And when I asked, she didn't even help me find one. I'm about to snitch on her. Why do teachers do this to me, babe? Dom tells her it's because, quote, because they jealous of how cute you are. They are afraid of you. Which seems to calm her down. Then he does go on do not disturb mode. She starts freaking out, texting, why the f did you go on do not disturb? Like, I'm not feeling these old habits. Like, the fact that you did that when you know how it makes me feel, acting like a fucking child, you really want me to go there? I can deadass show up to your house in 8 seconds. Should have known you wouldn't say I love you. Dom's mental health takes another big hit, and he tells Mackenzie that he didn't choose any of this. She's way too hard on him. She's always freaking out on him, and he's crying. He says that there are tears running down his face. They get into another heated fight where he says he can't handle Mackenzie. He just wants to be left alone. The whole way she's been aggressively talking to him today is just getting to him, and he can't do this anymore. He says he can't even have a clear mind being around people. He just wants to be alone. He texts her, I never have a clear mind. I never have peace of mind. Kenzie, can we just stop texting for a little? She responds, babe, I don't want to be alone tonight again! Exclamation, exclamation. She demands that he let her be there for him, but he says there's no point since she's been mean all day and does the same thing, is freaking out on him, and it's just making him worse. To which she says, so you're not gonna let me come over? Clearly, the fight goes where every previous fight has gone before. No uncharted waters here, okay? Mackenzie demands to go over to his house before 9 p.m. that night and explains, I'm honestly pissed off. You know, this weekend is ruined. Dom asks her why she's still doing this, and she doesn't agree. She says, what am I doing wrong? I'm honestly so done with this shit. It's good to know you're fine with leaving me sad and feeling alone. I'll remember this night forever. Mackenzie says that he's never there for her when she needs him, but she's always there for him, to which Dom argues that the best way Mackenzie can be there for him is by not being there. Mackenzie, unsurprisingly, disagrees, saying, like, you made me feel alone and useless. Be like that, push me away, it'll be the worst decision of your life. He's explaining to her that she won't ever let him clear his mind or leave him alone, to which she responds, I'm just going to bed, fuck my life, literally no one cares how I feel ever, no one is ever there, I'm so done feeling this way, I hope you're happy. Dom says now he feels worse, insinuating he feels bad. And he says that all he wanted was, quote, a little me time. To which Mackenzie says, okay, we could have had a sleepover, but no. She does not get it at all. She keeps getting upset, saying that she's always there for him, which he's arguing he doesn't need that. He needs space, but she's not seeing that at all. She keeps saying he's trying to hurt her and says, I'm going to bed. I'm done letting you be mean to me when I just want to be by you. Like, you're so fucking mean and I still only want to be with you. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Dom threatens to hurt himself, and Mackenzie states she's going to call his mom. To which Dom tells her, then you better tell her it's your fault then too. And this is probably not a good thing to say, but it does send Mackenzie off her freaking rocker. She says, oh, hell no. You really want me to do it? Like, I know you didn't just say that. I know you didn't. I know you didn't just say that to me. You just fucked up, fucking manipulative. Like, hell no. Like, I must be tripping because I know you didn't just say that. You are fucked. Who the fuck says that to anyone? It will never be my fucking fault you hurt yourself if you're dumb enough to even actually do it. Holy fuck. What the fuck happened to you? I'm gonna call your mom. No, you just fucked up big time, Dom. You really just said one of the worst things you can ever say. You can say sorry right now and why you're sorry, or we're gonna have issues. Dom responds, Kenzie, I'm sorry, but you're driving me insane. You didn't listen to me at all, and I told you I couldn't take the mental abuse. He starts telling her he's really not doing well, which she brings the conversation back to, wow, so you really just not gonna let me come hang tonight? We're not gonna have a sleepover this weekend. It's gonna be like that. Dom tells her, Kenzie, listen right now. After my very hard week, I don't even know what to say. A day or two, they're back to normal, and by the evening, they're fighting again. And we've only made it halfway through the message. Finally does learn how to correctly spell prosciutto. That was a journey that we really didn't want to be on, but alas, she made it. She learns how to spell it. And side note, this is the same person that spells drug addicts, like the attic that you have in your house. Dom reminds Mackenzie to not smoke before school every day, which I think is valuable advice that she probably does not take. She agrees for the time being, but she says, I'm still going to smoke after school though. Mackenzie rants about having a normal job, like a normal person. She says that her mom wants her to have a job. So Natalie is like, you got to get a job. And she's like, quote, I'm telling her I don't feel good and I don't want to work. And she's saying I need a job. Like, I just want to quit. I for real have not wanted to go to work one single day. Which I feel like a lot of people, it's like pretty par for the course for work. I don't know how many people are foaming at the mouth ready to clock in for work. She rants, I cannot wait till you move into your new house because I hate this house so much. This house is full of psychopaths. My mom just tried to ground me because I hung up on her to go to the bathroom. Like, what the actual fuck? This is actually a fight that her and Dom get into all the time. Like, she gets so mad if he ever hangs up on her. But she's allowed to do that to her mom. Mackenzie Shurilla has never been introduced to self-awareness. Ever. And then like immediately after that whole conversation where she's like, I can't believe she grounded me because I hung up to go to the bathroom, Dom explains that he's shitting water, like he's diarrheaing, and she accuses him of just using that as an excuse to not hang out. Valentine's Day of 2021, there's a lot of fights. It's like multi-days of fighting, a marathon, if you will, because Dom doesn't want to post Mackenzie on Instagram. I mean, he does, but then he deletes it a few minutes later, which I will say, kind of weird, right? But they do bicker for a few days. Mackenzie threatens Dom, your effort level is 0. Up that number before it's too late. And he's like, what's going to happen when it's too late, babe? You're dumb if you don't know. And just rapid fire, a few things that happen in the following weeks. Mackenzie goes to a party where she freaks out on Dom because he's not responding enough, which ultimately it seems like she freaked out on him because she didn't know anyone at the party and it was just awkward. But like, I don't know why she freaked out on him. She could have just pretended to be doing other things on her phone, right? It's very interesting. I know she's young, but I recall most people her age having a far greater emotional regulation than what Mackenzie is showing. Eventually, Dom tells her to go to her car, breathe, and sing a song she really likes. He also encourages her to gain weight so that she can get her period back. And March of 2021, they enter their chess era, just nonstop playing chess on the mobile phone together. Then Mackenzie expresses how she hates her life and can't wait to be an adult so she can do whatever she wants, which clearly didn't really turn out so great for her. Freedom and prison don't really go hand in hand. But Dom tells her, as an adult, you have to worry about making money, aka bread. So you can't just do whatever you want. She says, yeah, I'll just be a stripper and do hair. Trust me, I'll have money. They start fighting again, and Mackenzie tells Dom, don't fuck with a pretty bitch if you're not ready for high maintenance. A little while later, Dom tells her he's learning how to cook French cuisine for her, but Mackenzie complains about the new dress code at school because no crop tops are allowed. And then Mackenzie ends up going to a gathering with friends 2 hours away, but wants Dom to come pick her up. So she's 2 hours away, wants him to pick her up. He doesn't. She throws a fit saying, I love knowing there's a distance you won't go for me, LOL. You don't gotta make it like that. She also mentions that she can't be home because her mom ordered the wrong thing from a clothing brand, so she's pissed and can't be home. She complains a lot about how home life is so miserable, it appears. You know, this is what sets her off about being home. This is the wrong shirt. She also can't spell since. Oh my gosh, this bothers me so much. This is like, yes, since. So she tries to say, I've been angry since this weekend, right? S-I-N-C-E. But she spells it the first time, okay? She says, I've been angry S-E-N-T, like a message sent this weekend, okay? But then she quickly realizes, I'm a bozo, that's wrong, I gotta fix it, okay? She resends the message, no, I've been angry since, S-E-N-S-E, like I have a sixth sense, since this weekend. S-I-N-C-E never stood a chance. Ironically, right after that, she complains, and now I'm having cramps and I just really don't feel good. Like I just go to school and sit there. Like my English teacher is fat and gross. Do you think I want to learn from her if she can't even explain things right? I have to take a biology test. Other than that, I have 2 maths and I'm going to pay someone to do them. Then, she says then, not them. The amount of spelling errors, like, I couldn't even.
They don't have auto correct?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, they should. I do not do math. Honestly, I just don't do school. Whoever invented school's a piece of shit. A piece of shit who probably knew the difference between since, sent, and sense, but sure, a piece of shit, okay? He tries to comfort her and tells her that people need some form of education. For a little while, it seems like things are getting better. They're going to spend Easter together. Dom is running late because, quote, babe, I'm sorry, my mom had me find my Easter basket. Which just feels like very young teenage love moments. Dom offers to buy chairs and stuff for his house outside so Mackenzie can tan in the summer, which she very much likes to do. He says, which apparently she's been doing in prison. She'll like tan in the yard with oil. He says he started spraying home defense around his house so the bees will go away and he's going to come over after that, which he mentions he can try to make some food for her. So like, do you see the progression in 2020? He's very like, whatever, let's take a break. I want space. In 2021, he is like, what do you need? What do you need? I'll do it. Whatever you need. He mentions he can...
But we don't really know what happened. It's just like a progression.
It's a progression. And if I really had to speculate, we were talking about this while we were reading through the messages because we thought it was interesting. It does feel like there is some level of isolation that happens. And like he does seem like he's mentally in a very low spot. And it could be that she has made him, whether it was intentional or not, very dependent on her love and affection, which is something that is commonly done, like just a lot of isolation in the beginning of like, why are you hanging out with your friends? Don't hang out with your friends, only spend time with me.
He doesn't really hang out with a lot of people anymore.
No, she gets mad when he spends Mother's Day with his mom. Like yeah, It's
Like, what could she say about that?
just like, well, I'm not spending Mother's Day with my mom. So he tries to make food for her, and, you know, she was complaining about the steak that she had at home was gross and, you know, too fatty, and her parents cooked it wrong and the sauce was wrong. And Dom starts asking Mackenzie to FaceTime, which usually it's the other way around. He's texting her, "I'm so in love with you, babe." Mackenzie responds, "I love you to death, babe. I'm so excited for summer so I can be with you every day. I fucking hate school. You always make me so happy, babe. I love you, Kenzie." But then they start bickering again because Dom doesn't answer while he's showering, and Mackenzie says she thought he got kidnapped. Then Dom has a moment where he's in his feels about his life, and he tells her, like, "I'm honestly jealous you get everything. When I was a kid, I would just sit in my room and cry alone." He talks about his childhood, and of course, Mackenzie, who cannot imagine that people outside of her own being have complicated lives and feelings and pasts, she says, "Babe, why are you doing this to me?"
Talking about his childhood?
Yeah, like, I'm at school. Like, do you want me to just go cry in the bathroom? Dom says, "Cause like I deal with everything with you and it just makes me feel so shitty. Like every problem you got, everything, I'm there for you, and it's just stressful. I never had no one there for me." "I'm sorry, babe. I don't trust anyone but you. I'll just keep everything to myself then. I'm already crying now. Please leave me alone so I can just go back into my classroom." No, you can't. You won't keep everything to yourself. And secondly, what an odd thing to say. Dom opens up more about his childhood trauma, and the ever-caring, giant-hearted Mackenzie Shavilla responds, "I know, babe. I'm sorry. And obviously I feel bad for you. Like, I'm begging you to stop, and you just keep going. You told me you wouldn't give me any anxiety at Polaris, and all you've been doing this whole time is giving me anxiety." "I'm sorry. It's just I have problems too." Dom brings up, "You're never nice to me lately, babe." Which Mackenzie responds, "Babe, I've been depressed as fuck for weeks and my house fucking sucks. Anytime I go anywhere near my mom, she starts an argument with me. How do you fucking expect me to feel?" Okay, well, you're saying how do you expect you to feel with your mom? How do you expect me to feel with you? You're just passing the torch of stress. What are you trying to get out of this conversation? How many times do I have to tell you I'm struggling? Like, are you trying to make me cry? Like, what are you trying to do? What is your point of this conversation? I've asked like 8 times to not give me anxiety, and clearly you're not understanding. She says if she would have known that he was going to do all of this, she would have just stayed home. To which he says, "I didn't know I was going to text you either." "Well, babe, you promised you wouldn't give me anxiety, and I'm already been in my 3rd panic attack. Like, I've already cried twice since being here. And you could have just texted me nicely and not in a way that would make me panic." Eventually, Mackenzie tells Dom, "Babe, I'm trying to make friends so you're not the only person I talk to." He reminds her, "I'm your boyfriend, not both of your parents combined." Which, maybe her parents need to be more involved in her life, because she texts Dom wondering whether or not, because, Mackenzie is asking whether or not she should smoke before her driver's license test. Gaslighting also becomes a new term that's heavily adopted in 2021 that Mackenzie just starts throwing out. She's flipping it around, swinging it around. She accuses Dom of gaslighting her. He says, "Describe gaslighting to me." "Look it up, G." He's like, "How am I doing that? I think you do that to me." And so she sends a little snippet of what gaslighting is. It's like a type of emotional abuse where the bully or abuser makes their target question their judgments in reality. Ultimately, the victim of gaslighting starts to wonder if they're going crazy. And she's like, "Yeah, you def do that to me." And then Dom accuses her of being a narcissist. This is going to come back up again. There's going to be a whole discussion on narcissism, and it's going to get really crazy, okay? But for the time being, Mackenzie very quickly changes the topic. It's very interesting that she's like, "You know what? I'm over this topic." And she says, "Thanks for arguing with me all day over nothing. Are you going to keep punishing me, or can I get some bud and dabs?" Mackenzie gets upset that Dom hung up on her in the middle of a phone call, but he tells her that he only did that because she was yelling at him, and he's not going to respond when she's yelling at him. She does not think that that is an appropriate response from him. Mackenzie also rants about her family, frequently telling him, "Nobody in this house knows how to go take a shit in the bathroom that nobody uses, and people just close the door and let the smell soak in and don't even let it air out." Ew, do y'all got a fan? And that is my fault somehow. Like, I'm sorry I'm never the one who stank. Like, it's disgusting. They do continue to get into their never-ending carousel of fights over the same things. Mackenzie starts getting more controlling, demanding things like, "If I can't come tonight, the party is not happening." They go out to hang out, and Mackenzie texts Dom, "Watch the fat Asian." She really hates Asians, and they really hate Black people. Yeah. They're just racist. Okay, but she's fucking hates Asians. It's just repeated too, okay? "Watch the fat Asian." He says, "I am. She's gonna steal something or try to fight someone, we will retaliate." She ain't doing nothing right now.
Who is she talking about?
Some fat Asian that's out and about.
Where?
I don't know. God forbid we live our lives, okay?
Oh, just like a passerby?
Yeah. She's she's gonna steal something or try to fight someone, and we're gonna retaliate. And he's like, "She ain't doing nothing right now." He's like, "When are you gonna be back? I'm trying to piss." In another fight, she says, and if a bitch talked to you one more time, I will literally slice her throat. So there's that. There's also a few hundred more pages of Mackenzie being one of the least emotionally regulated humans to join mankind. And then Mackenzie gets fired from her job at a smoothie shop and sends Dom the reason for her firing, which is like a corporate email. And a customer left a corporate email that says, "Hi, I just want to start out this message stating that I visit often mostly the Medina store. Great experience there. I was in Strongsville doing some shopping, so I stopped in to Pulp to get a smoothie. The girl making my smoothie had very long fingernails.
She works at a smoothie shop, right? Called Pop?
Yeah, Pulp. And so she's like, the girl making my smoothie had really long fingernails. Not okay to having good service. And literally her butt was showing from her shorts. She kept pulling at her shorts because they were so short while making my smoothie. I couldn't even drink it thinking of all the things that were, on her hands and under her long fake fingernails. I'm not one to complain, but that was absolutely repulsive. As she was making my smoothie, she kept adding water and pineapple juice to thin it out, which is not what the Medina store does. I'm never going to go back to this Pulp, and I've told many family and friends to stay away from the unsanitary conditions. Then Mackenzie complains that Dom's mom clearly doesn't like Mackenzie because Mackenzie wasn't invited to Dom's family vacation. Mackenzie accuses the whole situation of being so, quote, fucking disrespectful. She just lets words come out of her mouth. Not everything that makes you feel something is an attack or disrespectful or whatever label you want to slap on it. It's so weird. It's a family vacation. You're not family.
Yeah.
Near the end of 2021, Dom is doing even more to accommodate Mackenzie than ever before. He's showing a lot of concern for Mackenzie. He says, I'm worried about you. I love you. I don't want Hannah bothering us. Mackenzie's always worried about this girl named Hannah, okay? I don't know. Hannah lives rent-free in Mackenzie's thoughts. She's always
Hannah the one that Dom previously...
Not her friend, but Dom did have interactions with Hannah before, yes.
But is Hannah in the picture or no?
No.
Okay, so she's
But-
just bringing up very old.
All the time. Anytime they get into a fight, she's like, why don't you go fuck Hannah then? I want you to eat. You're going to make me cry, babe. I want you to be okay. You just have to start pounding food 5 times a day like it's your job. I'll pay you $20 for every full meal you eat. In a month, you'll have a Louis bag. He offers to take her to a good waffle spot, or he can come over and make her breakfast in bed. Mackenzie repays his kindness with threats. When he doesn't text her back within 40 minutes, she texts, "Did you just leave? Because if you did, literally never come back." Mackenzie gets upset when he doesn't drive her to school, which, side note, the year before Dom and Davion are killed, Dom and Mackenzie are planning out their Halloween costumes. Remember how Mackenzie and her mom were like, oh, she only dressed up as Playboy Cardi because Dom loves Playboy Cardi. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, the year before, Dom offered Mackenzie to be a Disney princess and he wanted to be Shrek. So it's just the he just seemed like that was such a young costume. And then Mackenzie goes on to rant about her family, saying, everyone in that house, unreliable AF and lazy and disgusting slobs. Shit's tough, but at least they love you, babe. That's where I get my shitty driving from. Too bad for them because I don't fuck with them. She's ass. Mackenzie, I don't know if she's referring to her mom. It seems like she's referring to her mom, but everyone's an ass in Mackenzie's book. She continues to demand Dom drop everything to help her at the smallest inconvenience. She says, when you fucking send me text messages like that, it literally makes me want to dump your pathetic ass right now. Because he's like, no, I can't do something for you. She threatens to stab his friends since they take up too much of his time, apparently. She loves to call Dom dumb, which is really rich coming from someone who doesn't know the difference between since, sent, and sense. It's not even excusable. It's not even there, okay? And 2021 marks the era where Mackenzie is the one threatening to break up with Dom all the time. And near the end of 2021, a year before Dom's death, Dom seems slightly more open to it. So most of 2021, he's fighting back of okay, I'll apologize, but you're being crazy. You're just not being nice. And then near the end, he starts responding to her threats simply with, I'm not afraid of any of that. You can't treat me like shit, then threaten to break up with me. I'm cool on all that. It's actually really toxic. Mackenzie responds, and I actually really don't care, so get your priorities straight or break will happen. Because I'm not scared either. Fair enough. I know you didn't just say that, so I'm going to give you a fucking chance to fix that reply. She doesn't ever actually want to break up with him. Instead, she wants to go to his house with a bat and mess up whoever is there. There is nobody there, to which she responds, oh, so then I'll just be whooping your ass. She threatens him with a break, which he agrees might not be a bad idea so they can both cool off and not fight as often. And she says, you have 5 seconds to answer the door. I'm breaking a window. She starts her infamous countdowns. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So that's her, is that the first time?
Yeah, one of the first times.
Wow. And then just every day.
Every day, nonstop. She says that she threw Five Guys, like the food, the burger joint, out the window into his flower beds. Just like threw trash in his.
She's like doing.
She's going
stuff
crazy,
now.
yeah.
She's not just verbal and texting.
She states that her sister is a fucking weirdo. She says, quote, like she doesn't know when it's okay to talk. She's literally autistic. Hopefully she gets tested soon.
Dawn's sister?
No, Mackenzie's own sister.
Oh, Mackenzie calling her own sister?
Yeah. Dom is confused and says, for what? Autism? Yeah. Like, she just be interrupting. Like, shut your slow ass up. Like, I thought she would grow out of it by now. Freshman year is when I stopped being fucking weird. She complains that now she's stuck in a car with 3 idiots and her grandma. I'm not really sure who the 3 idiots are, but I feel like she's got to be included in that count, right? Remember how I said her favorite outfit to wear to school is pulling up her undie strings on the side so it looks like she has a massive wedgie walking around? Yeah, well, she needs to find her green undies to do that with, and she starts freaking out when she can't find her green undies. And Dom is just going to be the target of her frustrations. Dom asks if she wants Chick-fil-A nuggets mid-fight, okay, and fries, which she gets really upset about because she's like, it's so not cool. You didn't ask me if I wanted food. And he's confused. He's like, I just asked you. Like, do you want nuggets and fries? Like, it's right here. Like, come eat it. And they bicker a little before she comes to eat the nuggets and fries. But she's just upset because he didn't ask her so that she could choose what she wanted at Chick-fil-A. This is also the same girl that shames everyone for eating McDonald's. Mackenzie has zero ability to think about anyone else but herself.
Wait, she doesn't eat McDonald's, and what does she say?
Yeah, she like thinks McDonald's is gross, and she tells her parents McDonald's isn't even real food. And then remember her friend famously said in the Netflix documentary, like, she would never hurt herself. She wouldn't even eat a McChicken. And we all wanted to just go back to bed after that. Like, what? Mackenzie has zero ability to think about anyone else but herself. If she's tired, Dom has to understand. If he's tired and he can't do what she wants, she gets mad, like irrationally angry. Also, after pouring through thousands and thousands of pages, it is frustrating that she is just always talking in such a condescending tone. I'll give you a chance to fix that. And it's just like Dom setting boundaries. She wants to throw a party in Dom's basement, but she wants him to clean it up. And she refuses to help. She just wants it done. She says, oh my fucking God, if we don't have this party on Friday, I'm seriously going to freak the fuck out, I'm telling you now. Then she freaks out on him saying, I don't know why the fuck I have to tell you to stop replying to me, R-worded. That sentence doesn't even make sense, okay? She just like really wants to use these slurs. Like, it's making me want to fucking end the relationship. You better fix the reply. Like, we're going to just keep going in a fucking circle until you learn. She starts her countdown of doom. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Near the end of 2021, Mackenzie tells Dom that she needs to call CPS on her family. Like, dead ass.
Serious?
I'm so done. This family needs fucking help. Like, no wonder I'm addicted to weed. Anytime I try to stop, they come near me. He tries to comfort her. She snaps at him. Literally, just don't hit me up. You unhelpful too, AF. Then Mackenzie asks Dom for his taser. She clearly wants to use it on someone and not just for safekeeping in case something happens in a parking lot. To which he's like, whoa, let's what? He doesn't want her to get in trouble, but she says, okay, pussy AF. I'm just trying to help. Can't imagine being scared of a fat bitch. Because I guess she wanted to tase someone who she categorizes as a fat bitch. She's also just kind of absurd. She wants Dom to get another girl's number so that he can text that girl to leave him alone. Then they get into another fight where she basically tells him to make up his mind about breaking up or not, and she can't go to school until he decides. He says he's not breaking up with her. She says she's probably not going to go to school anyway. Then they talk about going to a Playboi Carti concert, which Mackenzie says, well, Travis Scott was in Houston, but I'm scared. I don't know what she's scared about, okay? Dom responds, well, that's a whole different rapper. She says, I feel like Playboi Carti is more demonic than Travis Scott. Which, why did you dress up as Playboi Carti then for Halloween? He says, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Carti was on some Satan shit too, demonic. No, he definitely is. Like, we can go. I'm just scared. They end up buying tickets. Dom doesn't text back for 11 minutes, and Mackenzie starts a fight. Do you have 5 minutes to answer or we have issues? He responds and states that he was in the shower, and then she threatens to break up with him because his responses are dry, and there's a whole argument, multiple pages long, where she wants him to respond while he's in the shower too. Like, she doesn't get why he can't just, like, respond while he's in the shower. Anyway, she also proudly tells Dom that she followed another driver home to, quote, scare them. Mackenzie starts screenshotting girls' Instagram.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's freaking crazy.
Yeah. And she thought it was funny. So, like, she's already doing things in the car to scare people. which I think is kind of weird. And like maybe I'm just drawing weird connections, but it's weird. Mackenzie starts screenshotting girls' Instagram accounts and sending it to Dom, telling him to unfollow them. She says, don't be a fucking creep. If you want to have girls, then be single, but you're in a 3-year relationship, so figure it the fuck out. I can literally see when you started following bitches. It's weird as fuck. Dom fights back. You got it wrong. Look, if I don't know them, I'll unfollow them. But if I went to school with them my whole life, I'm not unfollowing them. Cool? The fact that you're trying to still follow them is sus. But she spells sus sauces. So I don't know if they have autocorrect or not. I'm so confused. She says, fuck, like that's how I know I still shouldn't trust you. She says, if you do not fucking start agreeing with me, there's going to be a fucking problem. Not sure why you're not understanding this. And this is why I go through your fucking phone and go through your followers because you're untrustworthy as fuck. She says, on trustworthy. Then remember the chocolate croissant debacle? Remember she like told her dad to go to Starbucks and get a chocolate croissant. And then he's like, I'm running errands. I'll get it later. And then he's like, why the fuck would you do? And then she's like, I swear to God, if there's not a chocolate croissant because they sold out, I'm going to flip out. Like she's going off on her dad.
Yeah.
There are multiple chocolate croissant fights with Dom as well. Mackenzie asked Dom for a croissant. He says it'll take him 50 minutes. Like he tells her in advance, like I'm out, I'm running errands. It's going to take me 50 minutes. She's annoyed. And she says, then my dad will probably be back by then. She also calls her dad the R slur for not coming back with her chocolate croissant. She's freaking out on Dom and he tells her, you have anger issues, babe. Mackenzie proves his point by saying, like, please fix your energy. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, you really gonna need to start understanding that there's only one fucking side and it's mine and there's nothing else you need to understand. She keeps snapping at him and he's telling her, like, just explaining what's going on, right? And then all of a sudden, she switches the conversation and she's like, I'm gonna make a beauty room when I move in with you. So she's like, when I move into your house, Dom, I'm making a beauty room. And she's like trying to like, even I was trying to understand her shitty ass descriptions. Like, she's like, I'm going to put this here, this there. And it's like, I don't know where anything is. She's not very great at communicating or even dictating her thoughts in a way that makes you understand. So he's like, oh, okay. So put your vanity in the closet. She's like, are you okay? He's like, so hostile. You have anger issues, babe. Do you want to just break up or something? Like, if you're not going to be there for me when I'm angry, I'm not okay, and you're just going to talk to me like, I don't want this. You can either be there for me 100% of the time, or you can break up with me right now because I'm not doing this. This fight is genuinely so insane. I can't even describe what just happened. Then a couple hours later, she's asking him for Starbucks, and he's like, what? And he's like, you were just so mean. Like, now you want me to go get you Starbucks? That's the type of reply I'm talking about. Don't fucking text me. Like, it's literally just me against the world, I guess. Kenzie, you have anger problems. Understand that, please. I know. I don't care. You can make it better within a year with simple methods, I swear. Like, why would you want to fight with me and your family all the time? I don't like any of them, and I'm really starting to get annoyed with you too. Christmas Eve of 2021, Mackenzie goes on to catch an attitude. I mean, she's already caught it. It's like a lifelong disease. She'll honestly catch an attitude if the wind changes direction, like, holy cow. Mackenzie asked Dom to make edibles to give to her dad for Christmas.
That's wild.
She says, can you make the edibles for him or just give him some? Because I'm not trying to do that. I for real can't. So you want me to just do everything and say it's from you? Yes, both me and you, question mark, question mark. Okay, Dom, then I'ma just not get him anything. You literally said you were already going to do that, so I don't know why it's so hard for you to just write my name on it, question mark, dot, 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 dot. And she just like sends a full paragraph of periods, shaking my fucking head. They get into another fight, and Dom tells Mackenzie, you have some soul searching to do, babe. Reflect on how you treat people who love you the most. Then she asks him to pick up food for her and bring it to her, which he says, I'm like running errands. I'm not even in the area. So I will DoorDash it to you. I'll pay. And like a DoorDasher will deliver it to your house. It's quicker that way. She didn't like it. She says, fix your fucking priorities before you try to talk to me again. I'm a motherfucking goddess and I don't deserve to be treated like this. You treat me like a motherfucking princess I am, like I don't even care.
Why is she mad?
Because on DoorDash, you can't add extra lettuce on the Chipotle bowl.
So she wants him to go get it?
Yeah. But he's like, okay, but I'm explaining to you, it's going to be quicker if I DoorDash it. But she's like, no, I need it to be quicker and I need you to get it. Like, it's a whole thing. The start of 2021, I noticed that Mackenzie stops using Beb anymore. No pet names, just angry text messages. And honestly, if Mackenzie does use Beb, it seems more like a nagging tone and context.
So at this point, what percentage of the messages are fighting now, would you say?
Like 90. And it's just like always Mackenzie. And like reading her messages, we were just feeling so suffocated. Like it was making me stressed out. And I'm just reading. I have, these are not to me. I'm not personally involved. I'm just reading. And she starts sending more things that she wants Dom to buy. And she's really rude about everything. She'll send him $500 pair of Jordans that she says she thinks she needs, and she still doesn't know how to spell since. She says, since it's like this, but it's SENSE. Dom purchases a taser for Mackenzie, and she says, I'm exited. She means excited. Spells it exited. I'm exited. I'ma tase you. Nah, you're not gonna tase me. Aw, I am. Sometimes Dom will just wake up to text messages that read, I want to go to Beechwood Mall today. Literally wake up. What the fuck? Are you still sleeping? Like, is this a joke? Like, I'm mad. What the fuck? Question mark, dot. There's still a lot of fights revolving around cheating. Mackenzie asked Dom about a rumor. She says, she's telling Kendra you tried to fuck her. You fucking with fat bitches? I'm gonna need to see the messages between y'all for real. I'm sus right now. Brett, Kenzie, I would never fuck that bitch. Chill, she's texting me that now. The text better still be on your phone when I'm there. She starts freaking out on him and he says she's being insecure, to which she responds, I'm not insecure, LMAO. They're fighting nearly every single day, cussing each other out every single day, about to break up every single day. Just reading the messages feels so exhausting. I can't imagine being part of this emotional volatility and turmoil that is this relationship. Dom continues to try and break up with Mackenzie. So 2021, he stops trying to break up with her and he's really struggling with his mental health. 2022, he's kind of like, hey, I'm trying to get my shit together actually. And I don't think you're helping my life. He tries to break up with her and states that she's not really a nice person to him at all. So he doesn't really see the point. They're not making each other better people. And he just doesn't really like this. He says, quote, it doesn't even feel like you care about me anymore. It just feels like you want me to do shit for you. Mackenzie refuses to break up with Dom, but threatens to break up with him. And her insults start escalating. She's constantly calling him slow, threatening him, quote, I'd watch your mouth or you will be single, and I'm dead ass serious, this is your last chance. Dom's mother is hospitalized, and Dom tells Mackenzie she has holes in her intestines. Babe, I'm gonna freak out if something happens to my mom. I don't think I can live. He expresses extreme distress, saying, I think she'll be okay, but she hasn't been able to work, and if she can't work, she's fucked because she has to support everyone. I'm really worried. Mackenzie cares for all of about 0.2 seconds. And then she starts whining about other things. So Dom is trying to tell her that he's under a lot of pressure because he needs to help with the bills since his mom needs time to recover. And he's upset that Mackenzie is being so insensitive. He says, Kenzie, you called me on the phone trying to get me to go to Florida this weekend. My mom is in the hospital right now and I don't even know what's going on. Last thing I want to do is blow all my money in Florida. My mom is going to need help. She's not going to be able to work. And then you won't let me get off the phone when I'm trying to load my cart at Walmart. So he's buying groceries. Mackenzie ignores what he just says and responds, I think I'm gonna need to go to New York this weekend. My stress is out through the roof and most of it is because of you. That honestly sounds like it's your fault because I'm really just not doing anything. I'm sorry asking you to go to Florida brought so much stress on you. Now don't fucking text me. You need help. When you fix this, I'll talk to you. Bye, Kenzie. I love you. Then don't talk to me. I didn't do anything. I for real don't care at all. So we're not going to Florida or anywhere this weekend? Not even New York? You have 5 minutes to reply to my message or there will be problems, by the way. 1 minute. You have to fix this. I will block you then. You will be really stressed. And no, I can't go to Florida. Not even New York? I will block you right now. I'm so serious. 5 minutes to answer. New York is vaccine mandatory. And no, Kenzie, you're being super insensitive. I don't want to go anywhere with you till you fix this. I'm not fixing anything because I did nothing. I will block you. So I would be answering. So am I blocking you? I swear to God, I will right now if you don't answer right now. Dom actually sends one of the longest messages I've ever seen him text to Kenzie. He says, let me tell you my point of view. I'm rushing through Walmart, didn't grab a cart, just grabbing things in my arms. So I get to the line and I didn't even put my stuff down yet. And you start texting me and then you start calling me, telling me you want to go to Florida. And that's a big decision for me because I'd assume I'd be paying for everything and to book flights in a day. We'd probably pay $1,000 for a ticket as opposed to $200-300. So I just wanted to get off the phone so I can at least think and check out. And for real, meanwhile, I'm stressed about, more than ever about money because I have to support myself. And now I'm going to have to support my mom because I'm not going to let her work until she's dead. So I'm kind of in a pickle. And the last thing I'm thinking about is blowing racks on a vacation and not even getting a good deal. And then on top of that, all you do is get mad at me and start arguing with me when my arms are full of shit in the Walmart line. So you can see how that can be frustrating. Then you say you're going to block me. Yeah, I was pretty fed up and I still am. Bruh, I just asked when and you got mad. You were ignoring me, so I blocked. You didn't seem to care. You didn't seem to care how I felt. Why would I ask you if I don't care? When I told you how you were being insensitive, you didn't even answer. Like? So when you wanted to block me, I was like, all right, fuck it then. She doesn't even care then. The fight resolves and Mackenzie tells Dom that she stole a $90 hoodie from PacSun. They get into another fight, and Mackenzie threatens to call the police to his house. All the while, Dom is asking Mackenzie to help him understand what he did wrong so he can understand her and apologize, and she doesn't care. She says, I would start typing right now. You're not realizing you're actually going to be single. She starts using a strike system and telling him that he's using up all his strikes, and when he doesn't respond the way she wants to him in fights, Mackenzie tells him, as long as you treat me good, support what I do, be there for me whenever I need, make me a stay-at-home wife, and spoil me, I can be the perfect girlfriend, but until then, I'm gonna match your energy. While all of this is happening, Mackenzie explains that she doesn't feel good. I just want to die. Nothing is going to help. Maybe close a little bit. Right now, there's nothing to live for. Or like maybe going to prom with you. But I'm not even going to get a cute dress. He reassures her that life has a plan for her and that prom will be super fun and they can get a cabin and party all weekend. And then immediately after, Mackenzie starts asking him to take her to Philadelphia, where there's a whole street of designer prom dresses. So like this whole thing feels very manipulative in like a 5-year-old way. It's almost unbelievable in a sense. She's like, I just feel sad. Nothing in life will ever make me happy. Maybe clothes. I guess maybe going to prom. But I can't even get the dress that I want. We should go to Philadelphia. You know, there's a street where they have designer prom. It's like literally like that. It was crazy. All the while Dom is explaining that his mom could be sick for months. She comforts him saying, you can cry on me. Then very quickly, she's back to, I'm mad at you, for real. The gloves sold out. I guess she wanted him to purchase a specific type of gloves for prom. They're sold out now. Dom explains that his mom is sick and has been bedridden for the past week and really can only eat ice chips and can't really eat anything else. Mackenzie just cares that Dom is texting her dry and without effort. Dom tells her, the fact that you're being like this with all that I got going on is so heartless. I don't know how to feel about anything right now. Babe, you don't know how I felt lately. Please just cut me some slack for a bit. Mackenzie responds, just because you feel like shit doesn't mean you have to be dry and give no effort to me and like be a fucking dick. She sends him links to clothes. On sale, I need it, only 4 extra smalls left. Then she demands he call the restaurant she likes and make a reservation for 3. And then weirdly, Mackenzie cryptically texts that someone wants like her to go to Ohio State. Okay, she's like something like, and then she wants me to go to Ohio State. So like I was confused, right? So Dom is like, okay, it seems like she's saying her parents, like maybe her mom wants her to go to Ohio State.
Oh, okay.
So Dom responds, they want you to go to college? College isn't you. You already don't do your schoolwork. She says, are you fucking dumb? To go to a fucking party, Dom, not to go to a fucking college. 6 months before the accident, almost to the day, Mackenzie texts Dom about making dinner reservations, and she says, well, I'm saying just call and make sure, because if they're booked, I'm gonna fucking freak out and there will be a death. Dom's mom is back in the hospital and Mackenzie is nagging him, stressing him out because she doesn't like her prom dress because it's too basic. She also complains, quote, my mom won't buy me the dress because my mom is being power abusive. I don't even know what that means. Dom's mom is sick. Mackenzie is upset that he won't run to Chipotle to bring her the food. And he's telling her that he had just gotten out of the shower. He just needed to wait 20 minutes for his hair because he does have long curly hair. And he says it's soaking wet, but he'll go after. And she says she needs him to be a supportive boyfriend. He responds, and you're a supportive girlfriend? I feel unappreciated, unloved, and underlooked like every day. You threaten all these things and I still try and do shit for you, but okay. The fight resumes a few days later when she asks him to drop everything to buy her Chipotle again and bring it to her. And he explains it's going to take him a second. And she guilt trip him. Cool, I'm just not going to eat, I guess. Thanks. In one particularly nasty fight, Mackenzie threatens Dom, you don't realize that you're going to lose your business. It's going to be doomed. You're going to get no bitches. There's going to be terrible rumors about you because I'm not going to not talk about how terrible you treated me this whole relationship. And I'm going to make sure the whole world knows you're a fucking cheater and you treat women like shit and your family is a goddamn mess. I would watch your back from now on. Honestly, more than your back. She threatens him, you deadass just lost the best thing you'll ever get. She calls him a piece of shit. And he says, I've been depressed because of my mom. I'm not a piece of shit. She responds coldly, and whose fault is that? You are. She threatens him, you're going to be miserable and you're going to be sitting in a fucking jail and that's a threat. You just messed up the best thing that ever happened in your life and now your freedom will be gone. You just fucked with the wrong bitch. Be scared. The fight blows over and Mackenzie asks Dom if they can get someone jumped, but nothing comes of that, thankfully. By February of 2022, this is like when we notice another big shift in the relationship. Dom stands up quite a bit more to Mackenzie's threats. She picks a fight over nothing again, and he tells her, Kenzie, you break up with me this time, we're done. I care about you, but I'm not doing this breakup shit. He expresses that he can apologize in fights, but not if there's this looming threat of like, if you don't apologize, we're gonna break up. Mackenzie tells him, you're literally a fucking dumbass. you learn that you're on thin ice. You'll lose me in a fucking snap of a finger. I would watch your goddamn mouth. Kenzie, at this point, I don't give a fuck. Break up with me. This 2 times a week, every week, like what the fuck? I'm done with this bullshit. So toxic. I want to be happy. I want real love, not this. I'm not a piece of shit. I don't give a fuck. I know my worth, and it's not worth wasting my energy over someone who doesn't even love me. He tells her, you used all your threats. They don't work anymore. I know if you love me, I'll be in your life, but right now you're just showing me how much you really don't care. Fight resolves, and Mackenzie goes on to really show her true colors, being a dinosaur denier. She texts him, and she says she kind of believes that dinosaurs never existed. Are we surprised? Okay. No. We're not surprised, but we are tired. So tired. Mackenzie has never believed in any other living being existing besides herself. Even fucking dinosaurs. Dom sums it up and says, I can't even go take a shit and wipe my ass without it being a problem. Mackenzie threatens him that she could become his worst enemy in a fucking day because he wouldn't buy her a bag, like a purse. Dom says she threw juice on his car and she tried to throw a rock at him. She denies this, but it's like a weird denial where she was like, I wasn't trying to throw it at you. It's like a weird, I don't really believe it. Mackenzie will also say variations of, you're going to worship me like the goddess I am or we're done. She sends that message 5 times to really get it through his head. She also tries to tase him. In one text message, Dom says, don't come fuck up my house again or try and tase me. For real, that shit is not it.
Wild.
Yeah. March 2022, Dom seems to have recorded a fight with Mackenzie where she essentially traps him in the car. And he texts her, Kenzie, you wouldn't let me out the car and I said I'd delete it. You didn't let me out the car and you didn't let me go inside and you threatened to call the cops on me and you threatened to ruin my life. If I didn't record you, you probably would have called them and got me in trouble because they always believe the girl. She responds, I mean, I can make that happen. March of 2022, Dom also accuses Mackenzie of driving like a maniac. He says, I told you to stop the car and I tried to get out and you started driving like a maniac. I thought if I opened it, you would stop the car. In another fight, this is all a few months before Dom's death, Mackenzie texts him, good, I hope you die in the fucking accident, you fucking pussy. You were the most disgusting little pussy ever, and the fact that I was even trying to make it work like this with you all day, wasting my fucking energy on your fucking broke pussy ass, I should send your ass to fucking prison. You are a fucking pussy and you deserve everything coming your way. I would watch your back. You deserve all the karma that's coming your way, and you're about to get fucked with karma. This is actually crazy.
Okay, I'm assuming nothing happened.
Well, so Mackenzie was going on and liking a bunch of guys' pictures. So he went and storied hanging out with a girl. Again, doesn't warrant this kind of, I don't know what this emotional state is. And then later, Mackenzie tells Dom to just tell her his deepest thoughts. She rationalizes, I tell you that I will kill people all the time.
What?
Yeah, she's you should tell me your deepest, darkest thoughts. I tell you all the time that I'll kill people. I tell you that I will kill people all the time. I would rather you be open with me rather than push things under the rug and, keep it in because that's when it gets bad. I've been in therapy my whole life. If anything, I can help you and make you feel better. You do not scare me. I don't think that's a normal thought that people have, right? Yeah. Other messages, Mackenzie is just confused. She says, why the fuck do I have to beg you to spoil me? You should want to buy me nice things. It's honestly disgusting. Then he concedes and buys her whatever she was nagging him about, and she quickly says, I love you, Nug. She also rants to Dom about a girl who went off on her about being broke, who's, remember that? The girl was like, it's not even your money, and you make fun of broke. And she says, she's just mad that you spoil me and treat me like a trophy wife, that I deserve to be treated, and she's just going to be really mad when she's shopping at Mark's and I'm on a magazine. And then she's going to be mad as fuck for seeing me on a magazine, and she's going to open Instagram and see me on her Instagram too. And then when she closes Instagram, she's going to open TikTok, and I'm going to be the first person to pop up on her For You page with 1 million likes. At that point, she's going to turn off her phone and be done with life. Are you 5? What is this weird fantasy land? April of 2022, Dom starts calling Mackenzie a narcissist. He says, would you ever consider yourself, and this is what's crazy about this conversation, okay? He doesn't call her a narcissist in a fight. It's almost curious. Yeah. He says, would you ever consider yourself to be a narcissist? I think you've become a narcissist. And I'm being serious. I'm not trying to be mean. She responds, and I didn't ask. Now stop texting me. I'm so glad we didn't fuck this morning. Should have known this would be coming out of you. You disgust me. Learn how to talk to women better. That's what a narcissist would say. Kenzie, you're literally a narcissist. And you're literally bipolar, so what's your point? Are you going to acknowledge it or try to change it all? You literally just keep saying what a narcissist would say. Then break up with me now because I don't have time for your mental illness. Kenzie, you're a narcissist and you don't realize it. Just because I think I'm a fucking god doesn't mean I'm a narcissist. Now stop texting me. You're getting blocked if you send me one more message that I don't like.
Just because I think I'm God?
Yeah, which is actually, I don't even think narcissists would say that. That's crazy. Like, you'd have to be a really crazy narcissist to say that.
Yeah.
They say a narcissist won't acknowledge that they're a narcissist. And they say that they think that they're gods and expect special treatment. And they say they never say sorry. You know, the whole I'm going to break up with you, manipulative, lack of empathy, definitely. You never say sorry to me ever. And your need for admiration, obviously you have that. You want to be famous and a model and all the attention and all of that. Checked every single box, babe.
That's a wild.
Yeah.
Wow.
LOL, you are disgusting. Break up with me, pig. Every girl wants to be famous. You're disgusting. Even if you're not totally a narcissist, you're showing a lot of narcissistic behavior. I don't like your weird attitude right now, and you're showing extreme signs of future abuse. Everybody has shit that they have to deal with. I'm obviously not a narcissist, and if that's how you truly feel about me, then why do I want to be with somebody who looks at me that way? I plan to clean up trash on the highway, and I love animals, and I defend all your friends. I don't need you telling me how I am or how I feel on the inside. I'm more conscious than any of those people. I'm more self-aware than any of these people. I'm more self-aware than you. I see everything, and I know everything. I don't need you telling me what's going on. Is this all really because I didn't care that you hit your head on the door after you left my door open in the rain?
That's a narcissist.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I know everything. I see everything. I do everything. I'm
also randomly, I plan to pick up trash on the highway. Like, I was really thrown off by that.
I plan to pick up.
Yeah. She's like, I fucking love animals.
And she said, your future
Abuse
yeah. behavior. What is going on?
Literally, what a narcissist would say again. Again, you just keep doing it. Yeah. Again, you just keep doing it over and over again. Maybe you should look up what a narcissist means. I read a book on it. I know exactly what they are. Kenzie, I'm just considering this now and telling you how you show a lot of narcissistic behavior, and I don't want you to become one, and you should work on some habits. I love you. I'm not trying to say anything bad about you. Mackenzie argues back. I literally showed my mom this conversation, and she's saying the only thing I need to work on is my level of compassion. That does not make me a fucking narcissist. Now stop texting me because we have problems. Somebody who loves me would never talk to me this way. You have many things that you need to work on too. Maybe we can support each other and help each other grow without being disrespectful and trying to hurt me.
She showed this to the mom?
Yeah. And the fact that her mom was like, you're not a narcissist is crazy. Mm-hmm. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just telling you, you're a narcissist. I literally read a book on it. You want to read it too? The conversation resolves and Dom points out that he's worried about her driving, and Mackenzie texts him, maybe you could have said it nicely instead of telling me I'm an accident waiting to happen, telling me I'm bad at driving and that I'm a bitch. April 2022. Dom starts really putting his foot down, demanding an apology when Mackenzie is out of line. He asks nicely compared to how she usually demands one, but even then, she starts throwing temper tantrums, texting him 10 times, you are not getting a fucking apology. You're not getting a fucking apology. Are you getting it now? Are you getting it now? Are you getting it now? Dom starts psychoanalyzing her a bit, saying, you just have no sympathy or empathy for me for some very, very, very odd reason. You're not getting an apology. Do you have remorse for anyone? You're not getting an apology, so that's what's going to happen. This is your last chance because I'm going to block you. Okay, Mackenzie. It just feels like he's starting to see her, and I think she's not enjoying that.
Yeah.
She starts going off, threatening him and saying this is his last chance, to which he says, well, I'm making dinner and I'm just waiting to see if you have some type of remorse for human life. Then later, they get into a fight because Dom didn't want to buy something for Mackenzie, and her argument is obviously very clearly sound of mind. You know, she argues, then stop buying stuff for me if you have such a problem with spending money. He texts her, I'm not doing this. You're not going to demand money from me and then get mad. Like, what the fuck? You should apologize. I asked if you could pay for my town hall. I didn't demand money. If you're that worried about your pocket, you shouldn't have given me money. So, like, the whole fight, okay, this is what I deciphered, and I had to read it like a trillion times because I'm like, wait, this can't be real. He gave her money, but it wasn't enough to cover the things that she wanted. So she's upset. And she said, you shouldn't have even given me money in the first place. She says, I can just start asking my mom for money. Like, I guess what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, I gave you $25 and then you got mad and wanted more. Like, what the fuck? Yes, you're right, because I told you what I was getting and it cost more than $25. Like, I gave you money and you got mad? I've never heard of that, ever. I don't know what's up with you lately, but you're honestly digging yourself in a hole. No, you are. Then clearly the not narcissist, you know, because she loves animals, Mackenzie gets super mad at Dom for not responding quickly, and he informs her that his dog just got injured. His dog actually ends up dying, but that he, his mom, and his brother Angelo were helping their family pet. And Dom is explaining that his dog is in pain, can't even walk, he's peeing himself, and like it's been 5 minutes that he didn't text back because he was helping his dog. Mackenzie ignores all of this and says, so you're not coming? This is the type of shit I'm talking about. At least have some compassion for Nico. He's a helpless animal. I have compassion for Nico. I'm saying he just doesn't need 3 people to be helping him right now. I don't need to be kissing ass to feel bad. In another argument, she explains if she had a life or death situation where she has to call her boyfriend and he doesn't pick up, she would die. She would literally die because he never picks up. May 2022, things are not getting better. They will have fights spanning multiple days, or like a small random fight that'll start at 2 p.m. and now it doesn't end until like 10 p.m. that night. Like, I read it all and I still don't know what these fights are about. It's just Mackenzie mad at Dom because Dom is making some quote gay ass edibles and not responding, and that people on the internet are making her feel better than he makes her feel. And that goes on for like 7 hours, the whole fight. Then another fight breaks out because Mackenzie is bored AF, but somehow that's Dom's fault and that turns into a fight. She also doesn't want Dom to spend time with his mother on Mother's Day. He says, Kenzie, I'm trying to be there for my mom. Say whatever you want. I don't know why you're so mad. I've never rushed you at any of your family parties. I don't really have family. Most of these people have been in my life since I was a kid, and like, I want to be here for my mom. I'd never get mad at you for being there for your mom. He tries to give her a soft reality check and says, Kenzie, last 2 days were about my mom and Nico. Because the dog passed. It can't be about you every day. I don't even make it about me, ever. The only thing I get to do that I want to do is work, read, and work out sometimes. Shoot the basketball, you know? I make everything about you, like what you eat, what you want for dinner. Like 99 out of 100 times, we do what you want to do every single day. 99 out of 100 times, but the one time out of 100 times that I need to do something tragic happens. Like, it can be about someone else. The month of June, the month before the fatal crash, is a lot. There are multiple multi-day fights, like crash out fights. Things are getting exponentially worse. Mackenzie clearly needs a lifetime subscription to Psychology Today and a therapist on call, but she doesn't have either of those things, so she takes it all out on Dom. June 6th to June 8th, 2-day long, multi-day crash out. So prior to all of this, there have been little fights here and there throughout the year where Dom is like really upset because Mackenzie is hanging out with alleged sex workers. And she is 17 at this point, right? He's accusing her of selling her feet. She doesn't deny it. So this is, kind of a very soft spot, raw spot for the couple. And Dom seems to put his foot down repeatedly that he's just not okay with it. June 6th, a month and a half before Dom and Davion are killed, Mackenzie tells Dom she wants to go out with G, the alleged sex worker friend. She wants him to join them. But he's like, he actually isn't even mad. He's like, I'd rather just like wake up early in the morning and work out.
Is G also like 17, 18 or?
No, she seems like an adult.
So much, much older?
I feel like it judging by the pictures, but I can't tell. And he says that he'd rather get up early in the morning and work out and stay on his grind than go out and like not even have a good time. But he tells her like she can go out. He doesn't even seem passive aggressive. He's like, I just don't really want to. He even tells her, just be careful because you guys are going downtown and it's late. Also, it's like a Monday night. She repeatedly whines and begs him to come and then randomly asks him if he wants to come over just to bring her lashes and lash glue so that she can get ready. What an enticing offer that one simply cannot turn down. Nevertheless, he turns it down. He tells her that he's going to leave the door to his house open though because, she doesn't like to go home. So after, if she wants to come sleep, she can come sleep in his house. And she's like, nonsense. Don't do such a thing. Just leave the window open. I'm going to climb through the window. I'm like, okay. Around midnight, Mackenzie informs him that she got in with her fake ID, even though the entry people knew it was fake. She got in and it's dead inside. Which she's like, yeah, it's a Monday. She gets upset at midnight that he's not responding quickly and he's texting short and dry. And if she were him, she would be answering faster. She starts crashing out, accusing him of being dry with her right now, but also being a dick the whole dinner. Because they had like gone out to dinner before she went out with her friends. And she's like, so you're a dick the whole time at dinner. You don't say you love me back. And now you're being a dick again. What the fuck? We're about to have problems. I don't know why you're not replying fast either. Dom is so confused. He's like, I literally didn't do anything. She keeps flipping out on him, giving him the countdown to respond faster, and he's just fed up. He says, bruh, nah, what's your deal? I'm gonna give you one last chance to fix your attitude, so you're a dick the whole time I'm at dinner. You don't say you love me back, now you're being a dick again, what the fuck? He's like, what's your problem? I didn't answer for 2 minutes. I don't give a fuck. And I wasn't a dick, Kenzie. Like, drinking last night must have got you mad or something. She just starts saying things like words are flying out of her mouth with zero logical connection. She's just a hootin' and a hollerin', but mainly hollerin' and hollerin'. She's committing crimes against the English language. Where did this fuckboy attitude come from? You have 5 minutes to answer the questions you ignored. I'm so serious. Dom is so confused. He's like, I don't know what question you asked. Same. I don't know either. I'm like rereading it. I'm like, I don't understand. So it's not like one party lacks reading comprehension. Mackenzie questions, why the fuck are you being slow and a dick? Like, did Blair or Hannah sleep over? Yes or no? I'm not being a dick. You're just tripping on me. And neither. Both? Actually, Will is here. He's about to go take a piss test. Aw, you slept with Will? LOL. He responds, LOL. So I naively thought this whole fight is over because sometimes they just be doing that. Like they'll be getting mad and then Mackenzie will be like, oh, what's for dinner? And then they're fine. But no, she goes right back to arguing about how he can no longer say he loves her. I guess he lost the right to. She wants him to obsessively care about her, to which he says, I love you, but I don't care about your night. Because she's like, why aren't you asking me about my night? You don't care that this is my first time I went out with my friends and you don't care? Yeah, you went out with a bunch of prostitutes. I don't want to know what y'all doing. I will deadass block you with this gay ass attitude if it continues. Like, you will regret talking to me like this. I'm so serious, LOL. She argues that he never shows her love or cares for her. He disagrees. What do you mean? I always do. No, you actually don't. I paid for your dinner, bought you a dress, and let you go to the club with prostitutes. And I was reading the messages. That is kind of exactly what happened. Other than I wouldn't use the word prostitutes, but he did take her to dinner, paid for the dinner, bought her a dress, and then let her go out with her girls. And she says, don't chase, dry, unloving, uncaring. If anything, I'm being super caring and easy and loving. You're acting disgusting. This is not the Dom I know. You're overreacting, Kenzie. I ain't really do shit. She starts mass texting him nonstop about how he needs to care, about how he's unloving, uncaring, dry, and he's fucked because he's not responding the way she wants. And he tells her, but I do give effort. To be honest, if you're going to chill with prostitutes all the time, then yeah, I probably won't give any effort. She gives him one last chance to apologize, which he does. But I don't think he's apologizing because he doesn't mean what he said. He says, love you, Kenzie. Sorry I was being mean to you. What massage are you booking for me then? I'm your boyfriend, not your slave. You can book it tonight since you'd, rather other people touch me instead of you. Also, she spells S-I-N-C-E, S-E-N-C-E. So we are a little closer to finding Mackenzie's brain, but not there. The fight starts getting extra heated. Mackenzie keeps going on and on about how he never gives her effort, which finally Dom asks, what do you do for our relationship? Or even around the house, let's say. Self-worth is way more than just having a pretty face. You're digging your own funeral. She responds and she says, she loves saying this part. She says, 1, I make the house a home. I don't know what that means, okay? 2, I do the dishes. 3, I clean the kitchen when you cook. 4, I made you better and a somewhat loyal person. 5, I showed you spiritually. I think she means I showed you spirituality, but she can't find a dictionary. She hasn't shown herself a dictionary yet. And she also loves saying, I make the house a home. I don't know what that means. Just by being there, designating it as your permanent residence, right? She says, love is more than just buying me stuff. You give no compliments, no love, no effort, no caring. She also uses the wrong T-H-E-N. I know it sounds like I'm nitpicking, but she uses T-H-E-N when it should be T-H-A-N. She also spells compliments, C-O-M-P-L-E-M-E-N-T-S. I've never, been the spelling police, but she's pissing me off, okay? Dom argues, last I checked, I clean more than you. I cook and I make all the money and you just drive me to the bottom. Yeah, then my dog just died and you were the one keeping me in bed an extra hour that morning when I wanted to get up and read. Pick your poison and dig your funeral. I'm going to the top, no matter who with me or not. You can drive and be strong and support me or you can go. Mackenzie responds, so cuddling is bad? Taking an extra hour to give me love is bad? Cool, good to know if you don't value me at all. All you care about is yourself. She also argues that she does so much for him. She manifests for him, but he doesn't care about that. He goes on to talk about how he keeps trying to get on his grind, but she won't let him and she won't give him the time to do the things that he needs to do. And he says, this for real, my future, I'm gonna start getting up at 5 a.m. every day, gonna go ham, get smart as fuck and be a fucking billionaire. You wanna be a regular, live check to check? Go do it. Your parents will show you how. I got the blueprint to be a fucking boss. Now you with me or you're not. No in between. I don't give a fuck. So it seems like he's really trying to
fed up.
Yeah, and I think the verbiage is obviously very strong and not the nicest to hear, but it seems like because even since the beginning, he's always been very worried about his future, but it seems like he's kind of fed up with her wasting a lot of his time and it's getting in the way of what he actually wants in life. And she's like, did you just diss my family? She starts threatening to diss his family and he says, she already does that all the time. And Mackenzie starts flipping out. You don't know anything about my fucking family. You're not even here half the time. Just because she says she can't afford something doesn't mean she doesn't have it. You need to fuck out of my family's financial situation. Are you really trying to ruin the relationship between you and my family or something? Why the fuck are you just spewing negativity? She also gives like a weird argument about cuddling. And she's like, I wasn't trapping you that morning. I thought we were having a moment and you wanted to be with me. If I knew that you were being weird as fuck and didn't even want to cuddle me, you think I would have wanted to cuddle you? What the fuck? Calls her out and he says, get the fuck out of here. You on some bullshit. You're holding me back right now. How am I holding you back? Please give me multiple reasons. No, that's just wasting my time and holding me back more. I'm done with this conversation. I'm gonna go get shit done. She demands reasons and he responds, okay, you're weak. You drive me to the bottom. You fighting over dumb shit. It's weak. You think I'm weak? I stayed with your manipulative cheater for fucking half of our relationship. You think I'm fucking weak? You're fucking repulsive and I cannot believe you just said that to me. You hanging with people that ain't getting nowhere in life is weak. She starts listing all the things she does for him. One includes growing a garden, like basil. Yeah, it appears her garden is just like a few herbs, which is a few more herbs than I have, right? But she's upset, okay? Because he's like, I don't even eat the basil. Like the basil, I just cook you pesto pasta and that's what the basil is for. I don't even eat the pesto pasta. I don't like pesto pasta. And then she's like, are you dissing my garden now? The garden isn't even done growing. So I don't know why the fuck you're dissing it. Stop talking to me. You have issues. He responds, that garden is for you, not me. No, you treat me like shit. I can't even go to bed. You get mad because I don't want to rub your ass. Yeah, she's like obsessed with people like massaging her. Like, no, I'm not a slave to you. I'm already a slave to money. Like 99% of the population. Like for real, you're driving us to the bottom. I'm done with this. You want to be strong and do shit. You can be with me. You want to drive me to the bottom and chill with lowlifes? You can go respectfully because I ain't going there. She starts threatening a breakup and says that he's disgusting for saying this and he's hurting her and then calls him abusive for trying to isolate her from her friends, which, I mean, she does that with all of his friends. With this specific friend group, he does give a pretty legitimate reason of like when they were on break, she let a guy fuck her feet for money and she's also underage when this happened. So he says, nah, you're hurting me and wasting my time. Oh, I can't rub your ass when I'm tired and, staying up to watch TV with you now. So there's a problem and we shut off the show and you're not going to talk to me the rest of the night and morning and not say I love you back. Like, sounds like you're holding love from me. Toxic. I'm fucking mad now. Okay, go be mad alone then. And then I think Dom maybe at his breaking point, I don't know, he does text Mackenzie back. Guarantee I'll slap the fuck out of your next boyfriend with $100,000 and make him cry. She gets upset and he tells her that back in 2020, before they really started dating, he was waking up at 4 a.m. to study and read and he made racks off of crypto. But now he doesn't have time to do any of that. They bring the conversation back, though, somehow to Dom not chasing Mackenzie enough. She says, that is how a relationship works. When I tell you I'm mad at you and I'm going to leave, you're supposed to chase me and tell me that you love me and you want me to stay. Which, I mean, I agree when it's like a really not a fight. It's like, I'm mad. And like everyone's joking and like it's not a serious relationship fight. But this is like, she's talking in serious relationship fights. That's just manipulative. He says, no, that's toxic. That's push and pull. We have talked about this. Fight goes on in circles and circles. Back to Dom telling Mackenzie he really doesn't like the friends Mackenzie's choosing and who he's like, you are who you hang out with, and she's hanging out with low lives. He also argues that anytime they hang out, all he can think about is how Mackenzie sold her body to that random dude. Mackenzie responds, nobody who loves me would ever talk to me or treat me the way you have treated me this last week. If you knew the strong, independent leader I am, you would know that's not something I'm interested in doing. But clearly you don't care, and all you care about is yourself. He's talking about the friend. And she hooked you up with the dude. We were broken up and it was just my feet. Do you think about it more than I think about it? G knows that I'm not interested in any of that stuff, but clearly you can't understand it. Whenever you chill with her, that's what I remember. Her pimping you. I need girlfriends to do girly things with me like pedicures and roller skating. She does not tempt me. She just tries to have fun with me. She's the only person who's ever there for me and tells me how it is, and she has never made me choose. She influenced you to let a dude fuck your feet. I'm not going to be manipulated by a man. It's childish for you to think that you can just treat a human being like this. No, you got manipulated by her. She pimped you. She argues it's just her feet, and that was so long ago, and they were broken up, which is exactly what Dom argues when Mackenzie brings up him cheating in the past, but he's not allowed to use that argument, but I guess she's allowed to. In the midst of this multi-day marathon fight, Dom still asks if there's anything that she wants to eat for dinner so he can start prepping it. He gives her options: pesto pasta that he doesn't even eat, chicken and rice, or tomato sandwiches. June 24th, 2022, about a month before their deaths, they have another huge fight over the same thing. Mackenzie hanging out with G, the alleged sex worker. Mackenzie starts the fight because she texts, I low-key want to go to the club with them again. What do you think? So they were normal, right? And she asks, what do you think? He responds, what do you expect him to respond, okay? He responds, do what you want, Kenzie. You know what'll happen. What will happen? You'll be mad at me? Question mark. Will you be mad at me? Question mark. Yes or no? She like obsessively wants him to give her the okay so that when he does get mad, inevitably, she's going to be like, well, you told me I could go.
Exactly.
No, I'll end up breaking up with you. I already told you this. You'll break up with me if I go to the club with them? Answer fast. Like, why are you being dry? Like, why are you being dry? Like, hello? I'm not going to keep going over this. You make your own decisions. I'll make mine. She sends a message after message demanding he answer now. What the fuck is your issue? Text me back. I'm for real mad. Like, why are you like this? Trying to control me and fuck with my head. She accuses him of manipulating her, saying, so can I go or not fucking answer? I'm not doing this manipulation. This is not it. You would be good at manipulation too, because you're the one who reads all those books on how to control and manipulate people and have their power. Also, like, he's probably just like reading Atomic Habits and the 48 Laws of Power. Okay.
But no, he should read though.
Yeah, he should.
Like, come on.
It was only like that book that he was like,
Exactly.
wait, this is weird.
Like, she's literally manipulating him
Yeah.
right now.
He says, I got all those books because I realized you were manipulating me. She says that it's manipulative that he says that he will maybe break up with her if she goes clubbing with them. She says that threat is manipulative. She demands a yes or no. It's like so bizarre to me. She starts spamming him. You deadass have 3 seconds. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes or no what?
Are you going to break up with me if I go to the club? She accuses him of being manipulative, of being toxic, of being fucking insecure to the point that it's depressing, of treating her like a fucking prisoner, hurting her feelings, being a bad communicator, a dictator, using emojis when they're not warranted. And this is all in the span of like approximately 2 minutes. She demands, I'm going to go tonight and you're not going to say nothing. And you're going to say nothing is going to change. And you're also going to apologize to me when I get home. You got 5 minutes to call me because you've already ruined the night. You have 5 minutes. Yeah, she also...
So she's like asking, but does not take any answers.
Yeah.
Until it gets to her way.
I just like, I've never met anyone like this ever in life. I didn't even know
I
people
just
like
can't
this
stop
exist.
thinking about like her parents.
Yeah. She also brings up that she's so thoughtful because she was there for him when his mom got sick. And I'm like, did I miss something in the messages? Like, I've seen her more invested in if a grocery store carries good chicken and her outfits than his mom being hospitalized. But she's like bringing it up. She's like, I was there for you when your mom was sick. Dom mentions that it took Mackenzie less than 24 hours of their breakup to let a guy fuck her feet. She hits him back that she doesn't even know his name, so it doesn't really count. But he disagrees, saying that's worse. Which, hello, the whole point that we're missing is she's 17. Okay, so I'm confused here. But she says, clearly you want me like a doll. If you think I'm a prostitute, leave me. You don't understand how fucking repulsive you sound. Like, this is literally mental abuse. You're harvesting my amazing energy. Any woman you say that to will think that you, like, that's absolutely the most disgusting thing ever. She ends up going to the club, and somehow they're fine until he falls asleep. And she starts freaking out on him at 1:24 a.m. until 11:30 a.m. when he wakes up. And they start fighting again about Mackenzie's choice in friends. And Mackenzie says, then there's always going to be a problem because I'm never going to get rid of good friends because you have a problem with it. This is how abuse starts. She shows up at his house honking her horn like a maniac, I presume. And they argue some more before he seems to let her in. And the next day they're talking about making margaritas. Then there is this infamous feet fight. It's actually not infamous, maybe only to our team, because what the fork did we just read? June 29th, almost exactly a month before the crash, Mackenzie tells Dom over text that he fucked up. He's confused. He says, how did I fuck up? He says, I told you to stop putting your feet in my face, and you kept doing it. She accuses him of never keeping his word, which I thought was really random. Like, I'm not even sure how those two connect in the fight. But he says, what does keeping my word have to do with this? And no, Kenzie, I don't care. I told you to stop or I'm going to get up, and you kept doing it. She like keeps putting her feet in his face. You didn't say stop or I'm going to get up. Yes, I did. I said that. You said you would be caring and loving, and you have not been loving in days. My boyfriend is supposed to be attracted to all of me and not make me feel gross about my feet. Yeah, so they're like on the couch watching a show, and she's like putting her feet in his face. Kenzie, feet are feet. After you everywhere all day, it's just not it. Like, I wouldn't touch my feet right now, and if I did, I'd definitely wash my hands. I don't care. Just stop. You already did enough. I thought it would end, but it doesn't. It goes on. Mackenzie threatens to leave Dom's house, so that they're like texting in the same house and fighting. He's confused why she's so upset that he doesn't want her feet in his face. Like, he's genuinely confused, same as I, right? And she's confused why he won't apologize. She says, this isn't a very good relationship if you can't apologize when you hurt me. Kenzie, you should be the one apologizing. Dom is like, okay, hold on. Dom is like, let me get this straight. I asked you to watch a show. You rudely wave your feet back and forth in my face. I tell you to move them. You proceed to wave your feet in my face. I can't physically see the TV. So how would I watch the show? I get up, get my joint, and go to sit back by you, and you taking up the whole couch. So I sit on the other one. Then you demand I turn the show off. That just sounds like you giving me a hard time. She's like, yeah, I gave you a hard time because you made me feel bad about my feet. He's asking all the right questions. Dom comes in and says, Kenzie, how am I supposed to watch a TV show when I can't see with your feet in my face? She responds, how am I supposed to watch a TV show with you when you can't even be respectful about how I feel? I mean, I physically, literally couldn't see the show. You were disrespectful first. You should have got your feet out my face. No, I wasn't. I was just putting my feet on you so maybe you would rub them, but I forgot you find my feet disgusting. I don't find any feet charming. They're feet. But out of all the gross feet, you definitely have the best ones. I don't give a fuck. You're supposed to love every inch of my body. I do. But where is the gross feet coming from? Like, yeah, I told you I don't like feet, but like it wasn't about your feet being gross. Maybe you should have asked me to massage them instead of forcing them in my face so I couldn't watch TV, like for real. And I'm supposed to apologize? July 2nd, the month of the crash, Dom sends a very thorough and well thought out message. And I think the logic is there, okay? He says that he's, just been feeling weird the past few years and he's contemplated this for a while. And he says, Kenzie, I love you, but I don't think we should be together at this point. There isn't very much time on earth, I'd like to stop fighting, but it's like a breakup fight every week. Neither of us deserve that. I don't want to fight all the time, and I know you don't either. Anyone who is around anyone every day of the week is bound to fight. If we can't separate for a little, then we're only going to fight more. I don't want you to think I'm abandoning you. I wish it could work out, but I don't think it's going to at this point, especially with the threats. We should just break up so we can both find happiness somewhere else. You can say, oh, I don't love you all you want, but I promise you I do. I want the best for both of us, baby. I'm sorry, but we're fighting and I love you. Is that okay? Of course it's not okay because it's Mackenzie. Mackenzie blows up on him. I try to have some level of cognitive understanding of how Mackenzie still has people supporting her, like her friends primarily. It's just weird because kindness does not equate to guilt in the court of law. And I get that, but it's just weird because she's such a despicable person. She doesn't let that slide. She freaks out on him. And then in another text message, Mackenzie tells Dom, Kendall is Dory the fish in a human body. That bitch is stupid as fuck. I feel stupider since absorbing Mackenzie's thoughts and grammatical errors. So I'm not sure she's on the position to stand on her supposedly nasty ass feet and call someone else stupid. Mackenzie's birthday is also coming up, which she does turn 18 a few days after the crash, interestingly. But she sends him a list of things she wants for her birthday. And then she goes snooping on his phone. So there's like this whole incident where they're hanging out and he's sitting on the couch on his phone. And then she walks over and is like, I guess demanding to see like what he's doing. And he's like, no, get away. And then ultimately an argument comes out and he's like, I was buying you your birthday present. She texts him that she's so mad because now she knows what he got for her birthday and it was supposed to be a surprise and he spoiled it. She says, I forgot you literally cannot plan surprises for anything. Thank you so much for spoiling the surprise. Like really, thank you so much. Today is going to fucking suck. Like you literally just going to ruin my day. Well, it's not a surprise. I'm just going to order something else. Okay, whatever, Kenzie, I'll find something else to get you. Well, I wanted that. But one of the biggest fights before the crash is from July 17th, 2022. This is 2 weeks before Mackenzie crashes the car, killing Dom and Davion. Mackenzie texts Dom, all you are is mentally abusive, physically abusive, and a terrible boyfriend. You don't do anything good for me, and you literally treat me like shit and call me the worst names you can think of. The fact that my boyfriend of 4 years just tried to end my life by steering me off the highway, that's how I know you're not in love and you were never somebody who loves me because they would never do this to me. So this is what her parents are saying is proof that Dom is the one. So like they're almost insinuating that the night of the crash, maybe Dom did something, right?
Dom can push the car for 100 miles an hour.
That's what a lot of people argue too.
Like what do you mean?
Yeah. Like
there's nothing Dom could do in a passenger seat.
But that's kind of what they insinuate, like, oh, this has happened before, And it's interesting. So I really try to be objective in the sense of like, it's hard because we know what happens in hindsight. But I'm still like trying to be, oh, well, maybe we don't know. And like two things can be true at once. But the messages just don't make sense to me. The messages don't seem like Dom did this. Because if you read like the full conversation, it's odd.
Okay.
Dom responds, I really didn't, Kenzie, but okay. Somebody who loves me would just apologize because they care and want me to feel loved. So this is weird. Like, let's say that did happen. Why is Mackenzie responding this way? Like, I feel like she, again, is the type to be like, you literally pulled this way and then did this. And like,
It sounded more like
just
she's trying to make a narrative out of a fight. Like, no, you try to kill me. You literally try to kill me.
Yeah. And
While the Dom was like, no, I probably accidentally touched the steering wheel by 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, you trying to kill me. Like, that's the energy.
so he says, goodbye. I want my money too. So he's like, I want my money back. I guess maybe she took money or loaned money or like the money he spent on her. I should have known this relationship was never real when I told you I love tripping with you and you just said I love tripping. That's like a really weird thing to bring up. And he says, civil claims court, you heard? So he's like, I'm going to take you to court to get my money back. Okay, then I'm going to go to the police station right now. She tells him, the only reason it went this far is because you tried to end my life. Kenzie, I didn't. You could have just apologized when you did something wrong, but I forgot you're too immature. So again, she's less focused on the fact that, like, if he genuinely did try to kill them, I feel like that would have been the main focus.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's more so like, why aren't you reacting the way I want you
Like,
to? Why
she
aren't
would
you
be
apologizing?
scared.
Yeah.
She would be like, oh my God.
He says, why would I try to self-exit too? She says some seriously uncalled for things to him about his mental health. I just like really don't agree with that. I think people can struggle with their mental health and have dark thoughts and yet be in situations where they can be victims and definitely not want to self-exit. Like, it's just weird. She's like, oh, well, you're the one that did this to yourself. And she's bringing up probably like his darkest things. And it seems like he's been getting better for the past year, like exponentially better. Like I think he had a hard time with his mom being in the hospital, but it wasn't like this dark of like, what is life? It was more so like, I have a lot of pressure. I need to step up.
Yeah, he's trying to get his
Yeah.
life together.
Yeah.
He's finally saying, I'm going to
So he's saying,
get back to my grind.
yeah. So he's saying like, why would I do that to myself? And she's saying, remember all this. And it's just like really shitty. Okay. She throws it in his face as some sort of proof. And he responds, whatever, Kenzie. That's what I thought. This relationship will never be the same after today. I don't even know if I can be with you after this. I absolutely cannot believe you just tried to end my life. Okay, then don't be with me. You need fucking help. She brings it up again. Yesterday, you almost ended my life or could have ended my life, and all your mom cared about was you not going to jail. Like, I'm literally never going to talk to your mom again unless she apologizes. So remember, Dom's mom's perspective was that Dom called her and was like, Kenzie's trying to like crash the car.
Yeah.
And then, Kenzie was like texting her things like, he abuses me. And she's like, you're lying. And like, normally, I get it. Like, moms
Wait,
like
hold
to,
on.
yeah.
What did Don tell Don's mom on the phone?
Kenzie's trying to crash the car.
Crash the car?
Like, she's driving recklessly.
She's driving recklessly,
Yeah.
okay? Let's just take both of their story. So Dom is saying Kenzie's driving recklessly.
Yeah.
Probably like, what is
Swerving.
swerving and going really fast.
Yeah.
Kenzie is saying Dom trying to steer the steering wheel.
Yeah. I mean, both.
Sounded
yeah.
like, like pulled over or something. Like, stop. And then Kenzie's like, no, you trying to kill me. While she's probably going really fast.
Yeah.
Like, going crazy.
Or like maybe she was about to hit someone and he thought, I'm not saying he ever put his hand on the steering wheel, but I could imagine a world where he did, but it was for their safety.
Right. But
Yes.
I mean, if both of them are
telling the
saying
truth.
what
Yeah.
happened, I can see that play out.
Yeah.
Though. I'm not saying that's what happened, but
Yeah, I agree. So it's like this.
and meanwhile, Kenzie saying you try to kill me.
Yeah.
I can totally see she's saying that.
Yeah,
because
and he's like, that's not
he's
what
like,
happened.
No, why would I do that?
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. And she says, I'm never going to talk to your mom until she apologizes. I didn't try to do anything. One more reply that is not trying to fix this, I'm blocking you. Give me one more shitty reply that doesn't reply to anything and see what happens. Dom tries to clarify. I'm just saying, I didn't try to kill us. I was definitely not trying to do that. Well, I don't believe that one bit. And that reply looked pretty shitty to me. So are you planning on replying the same? Or are you just going to keep being a little bitch? LOL. Okay. Call me a little bitch. She freaks out more about his responses to her, demands that he apologize more, than what she claims happened. She demands that he apologize. And it's just interesting that she's like freaking out about his response way more than what she claims happened. Like, would you not be freaking out if someone tried to kill you?
Yeah, exactly.
But she's like, your responses are dry.
Yeah. Just manipulating. She's
Yeah.
just trying to use another random. All she does is that.
And he tells her if that's how she feels, she's more than welcome to leave the relationship. She says, saying sorry is not enough to fix the situation. You try to end my life and you told me, do you want to die? Which again,
Do you want to die?
like, it sounds like, what are you doing?
What are
Like,
you doing? Do you want to die?
Yeah.
It's not a threat. It's like what you're doing is like
Yeah. And your mom only cared about you going to jail when you literally just tried to steer my car off the road. Being this dismissive is honestly the most disgusting thing ever. Like, are you going to keep being the bottom, or are you going to man up and fight for your relationship? Because I'm not going to be with you if you're going to keep being like this. I need more than I'm sorry, because what you did yesterday was something like you've never done before. And I was terrified I was going to lose my life due to abuse. And the fact that you think sorry is good enough to make this good is absolutely a joke. And again, it's weird that she's like, make it better. It's just kind of, it's hard to fathom that this is someone's reaction, right?
Yes.
Kenzie, I was just saying sorry. I wasn't trying to end anyone's life. You should believe that. Why would I believe it when you did it? How can I believe that you're never going to do that again? I can't because I don't know your limit. Somebody who loves me would never do that. Never. I couldn't even do that if you told me to. But I guess it's different for you. Yeah, I wasn't trying to do anything. I wasn't trying to and like what? I'm trying to self-exit because I would have died first. So I don't know if like maybe the way the car was, I don't know, right? Like if you don't believe me, then yeah, just break up with me. If you can't believe me, there's no point anyway. She continues going off about his mom and says, and it's so interesting, she's like almost using this moment to alienate him from his mom.
Okay.
Because previously, like, what does she have? It's just like, don't spend Mother's Day with her. I want to spend time with you. But then now she's like latched on. And then even previously with the vacation, she was saying it was fucking disrespectful. And he's like, what are you talking about? Like, there was no real reason. She says, if I have a son, I will never raise him like your mom is raising you guys. Which is so interesting because she's like kind of the poster child for how bad parenting can make a monster right now. Why would I feel comfortable coming anywhere near you? I do not feel comfortable around you after you just try to end my life. This needs to be fixed over the phone before I even think about coming near you in person again. Okay, cool then. We can be done. Don't talk about my mom on some bullshit. She accuses Dom's mom of only caring about Dom not going to jail, which Dom also brings up, I'd never wish jail on anyone. You throw jail around like it's nothing. And apparently she's not getting thrown around in jail, so there's that. She demands more apologies, which he said he apologized for not speaking nicely to her, but she brings up the car situation again. And she says, I never thought you would ever do something like that to me. You know, I thought you would always protect me, but we learn new things about each other every day. I would never try to kill you, LOL, like you tripping for that. Do you think it's funny or something? Why would I feel comfortable linking up with you after you just try to end my life? Okay, then don't. So I guess we done. Okay, then I guess the whole world is going to know what you did to me then. Dom says if she genuinely thinks that he tried to kill her, they need to break up. Because I can't be with someone who thinks that I tried to kill them anyway. It doesn't have to be bad, after we break up either. We had good times. It just isn't working out, I guess. She demands he basically fix it. But he's like, I don't believe there's anything. What do you want me to fix? And she's like, no, it's actually on you. Your words mean a lot right now, and you're just proving that you would do it again. No, Kenzie, I would never try to kill anyone I care about. Like, what do you think of me? Like, you just think I'm a murderer or something? Like, it's cool? I think you're bipolar and you have a personality change and you would kill me if you're too mad. I also think you need to go to therapy. Okay, then you don't have to be with me. I'm cool with whatever. Also, like, I don't really see his anger. There are times where he's like, he kind of snaps at her and he'll say like fuck off, right? But I don't see this like intense anger in his text. Most of his text messages actually sound like more despondent, like very, okay, like whatever. Like there's a few times where he's like, you make me so mad, I want to like strangle someone. But like, it seems more like, oh, I'm so frustrated. But like, she seems angry. Yeah. And I also think you need to detach from your mom. Because at this point, you're with her more than you're with me. If you're cool with whatever, then I don't not want to be with you. I want someone that's going to fight for me and be there for me and not try to kill me. To be honest, no, I barely see my mom, but whatever. She knows I wouldn't try to kill anyone, LOL. And again, she's accusing him of trying to kill her, and that's her version of events. But then she also says things like, it's okay, you don't care, and you're not going to chase me or try to fix it. Again, if someone tried to kill you, do you care about them chasing you? Like, that's actually the last thing you would want because you're like, no, I'm actually scared. Yeah. And when he refuses to do that, she says, you are literally such a bottom. Like, where did this dismissive energy even come from? It's so sad. If you're cool with whatever and you don't care about this relationship, and then we're done. If you're not going to fix it and chase and try to fix this, then we are done. I should have known being with you for 4 years is just a waste of my fucking life. You can't do anything for me. My parents have been together for almost 30 years and they did not break up once. Just because I have a different viewpoint doesn't mean I don't care. My dad has never done this to my mom. You're the root cause of all these problems, and you say I'm making the problem worse by standing up for myself, and I'm just telling you to fix it. So it's interesting because he wants to talk to her in person. And mind you, again, this is 2 weeks before the crash, the murders, right? He wants to figure this out in person. She refuses. She says, we're going to solve it through iMessage. I thought was weird. She loves
Yeah.
doing things in person.
She wanted to show up. She wanted to get let in the house, and
But she claims it's because she's scared for her life.
interesting.
Yeah. But then she gets mad when he responds very slowly.
Like he actually wants to break up.
Yeah. So it's like, so you
So
wanted
even
to...
at this point, she's still not letting him go.
No. Because the whole response, he's like, okay, if you think that I try to kill you,
Yeah.
then break up with me. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I don't want to be with you. Okay, then we're done. He tells her, how am I supposed to feel love or supposed to love you when you think I was trying to kill you? By proving that you love and care about me and want to protect me. He says he's been trying to talk to her, but all she does is blackmail him and threaten to call the cops. It's okay, just try to make this about me when you're the one who tried to kill me, so you're not going to fix any of this? You can't prove that you love me and will protect me forever? Good to know. Believe what you want. She says he will hate his life when he loses her and that he is pushing her away. I'm not, Kenzie. You're pushing me away. Then break up with me if you're not planning on fixing any of this. If it's that hard for you to say that you love me and you'll always protect me, then please break up with me. Mackenzie gets annoyed with the speed of Dom's responses and him not groveling. She shows up at his house and she says, we done. You are the worst. You have 5 minutes to open the door to your house. You're going to tell me why I should stay in this relationship with you, and it better be 3 very good reasons. He responds, why are you here? She berates him and threatens him. So you're going to open the door or you can come in my car and you're going to tell me the 3 reasons why I should stay with you. If you can't give me 3 reasons, then we are breaking up today. Not when you're all heated. You got me heated too, for real. I'm not heated at all. I don't think you get to decide that, knowing that you don't know me at all. You were talking shit about my mom. It isn't cool. I really don't give a single fuck how you feel. You tried to kill me yesterday and you just ruined this relationship. Well, you're going to have to get over that because I'm never talking to that bitch again unless she apologizes to me deeply. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to open the door or come in my car or talk because I'm not leaving. Dom says he can't do this right now, that maybe they should talk later because he's upset and she's banging on his window. And she says, yeah, I was trying to let you know I'm here because you blocked me once again being immature. Fine, I'll come out. Give me a sec. You're going to go in the backseat of my car because you're not allowed in the front. He says, well, don't have the car started. I don't want you to try to pull off. So he's like expressing anxiety of her driving away with him in the car. I just thought that was
That's weird.
interesting. Like maybe like, but I don't know where
why
he
would he even say that?
Yeah, because I was trying to think like where would he take her, like to a separate location to
Where
fight
would
longer?
she take him?
Yeah,
right?
where would she take him to?
Wait,
like,
so what did he say one more time? I don't want you to.
well, don't have it started, the car. I don't want you to try to pull off. It sounds like he doesn't want to be in the car with her and her driving. She's adamant he's going to get in the car and tell her 3 reasons why they should still be together and why he loves her. You better come ready to prove to me that you're worthy. And in the midst of this fight, she asks, and did you tell Davion to unadd me or something? Ask him why he unadded me. Why are you not answering? What the fuck? Because remember, Davion is living with Dom.
Yeah. Okay.
Mackenzie mentions that Rosie's on the way. He asks if she wants Chipotle. And like that was a thing in Rosie's text messages, remember? Anyway, she says she doesn't want anything from him because, quote, you're giving unloving lying bum. But within minutes, she's like, yeah, then go get Chipotle. Make sure they make it good. Kids meal, 3 soft tortillas, steak, cheese, extra lettuce. Get that 1 drink and do 1/3 with the turmeric shit. She brings up Davion again. Did you ever ask Davion why he blocked me? Oh, I told him unblock you. Don't say that I asked him why he blocked me. He didn't know he blocked you. How? But then she gets distracted and starts talking about something else. But that is interesting. The day before the crash, it seems Mackenzie is getting increasingly controlling over Dom's time. She doesn't want Dom spending time with his mom, but also his grandparents, remember? Because, like, that's the video where she's, like, banging on the house and, like, trying to get in. And he's recording it. He has to tell her, Kenzie, please just stop. My grandparents only in town a couple days. I just want to be able to enjoy my time with them.
This is days before his death?
Yeah. She, of course, starts a huge fight, all because he didn't respond fast enough while he was in the shower. She doesn't let him go to dinner with his grandparents and starts banging on the doors, which he says he doesn't want to let her in the house because, quote, Kenzie, you threatened to break a bunch of shit. Why would I let you in? I'm only going to break shit if you don't let me in. There's more bickering during the last few days of July until July 31st. Mackenzie rams her car straight into a building, killing Dom and Davion. I do think that there are moments in these text messages where a lot of egregious things are said, but I think a very interesting enlightening takeaway from the messages has been, I think we hear a lot about like, oh, how do people find themselves in relationships where one party is so controlling and obsessive and suffocating? And it's just, it was enlightening to see how it such slowly progressed. So at first, like, it was this, oh, I'm anxious, like, please, I love you, I'm anxious and I want to hang out with you. And somehow it slowly morphed into this thing over the span of like 2.5 years. I don't even know if anyone on the receiving end would realize until it's too late. It's like she kind of gets him used to her saying more crazy things.
Yeah.
And then each time ups the crazy, and then he becomes, it almost seems like he became so attached that he just felt bad all the time. And he felt like he was doing something wrong.
Yeah, and every time, like, she's the way he's so manipulated to the point, like, she's like, I can't eat. And then he immediately gets her food.
What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. I hope this was a comprehensive overview. I did see lots of people, using AI to comb through the messages, trying to pick out messages here and there. I just thought this would be the best way to see the progression. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you in the next one.